And we are live. We are live at 5.
Game time, lights on, let the combo start. Quarterback debates, we go deep, not dark. Legacy talk, got the fans in a trance. Mic drop moments, give a taste of dance. From the field to the feed, we keep it tight. Thumbnails popping, got the visuals is right. Every team heat, every string's a sensation. Welcome to the zone, game time conversations. Game time, lights on, let the combo start. Quarterback debates, we go deep, not dark. Legacy talk, got the fans in a trance. Mic drop moments, give a taste of dance. From the field to the feed, we keep it tight. Thumbnails popping, got the visuals is right. Every team heat, every string's a sensation. Welcome to the zone, game time conversations. Game time, lights on, let the combo start. Quarterback debates, we go deep, not dark. Legacy talk, got the fans in a trance. Mic drop moments, give a taste of dance. From the field to the feed, we keep it tight. Thumbnails popping, got the visuals is right. Every team heat, every string's a sensation. Welcome to the zone, game time conversations.
Guys, we are live. We are live. Come on up. Come on up. We, drop this link on y'all. There's the link. I'm going to show the link. If you want to come up, I'll let you come up. We just got a couple of questions. It starts at about 6:30. We'll let some people get in here. It starts at about 6:30. Give people a little time to get in here.
Game time, lights on, let the combo start. Quarterback debates, we go deep, not dark. Legacy talk, got the fans in a trance. Mic drop moments, give a taste of dance. From the field to the feed, we keep it tight. Thumbnails popping, got the visuals is right. Every team heat, every string's a sensation. Welcome to the zone, game time conversation.
Man, we in here, y'all. We in the building. We are in the building, guys. We are in the building. We just got some questions, man. We got some questions. I got some questions for y'all, man. I got some hot questions. I got a hot top five. I got a hot top five. You know what I mean? Got some questions. And I just want to see what y'all think. You know what I mean? I got a hot top five, man. A hot top five. I want to know what y'all think, man. So this is the first thing I want to ask. You know what I mean? The first question I want to ask y'all is, you know, we saw that game. We saw that game, guys. We saw that game. You know what I'm saying? We saw that game. That being said, we got some questions. We got some questions that we need to ask. You know what I'm saying? We got some questions that we need to ask. You know what I mean? Definitely. We got questions that we need to ask to find out what y'all think. We got questions that we need to ask. I need to know what y'all think. You know, I just want to know what y'all think. Put me on game. You know what I'm saying? Put me on knowledge. Put me on knowledge. That's what it is. Put me up on some knowledge. I got questions. I just want y'all to put me up on knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Just want y'all to put me up on some knowledge, man. I'll drop the link in there. If you want to come up, you can definitely come up. Anybody can come up, man. You don't got to be a Chiefs fan. You can come up and talk crazy if that's what you want. You know what I mean? Don't mean I ain't gonna shut you down. Just mean I'm gonna let you up and say what you gotta say. I want to hear what you gotta say. Period. Come up. You know what I mean? I dropped that link for you to come up. Anybody can come up. Anybody can come up. You know what I'm saying? We can get it. We can get to the business, man. We can get to the business. We can get to the business. Right. So, like I said, anybody can come up. We are about to get this thing started in about 5 minutes. You can drop your comments, anything. But the first question, guys, we got a hot top five, man. We got a hot top five questions. You know what I'm saying today? You know what I mean? The first question I want to ask is simple. Is Patrick Mahomes playing at an MVP level? After that game, right? Is Patrick Mahomes playing at an MVP level? Like, that's the first question. That is the first question that I got. Is he like? Let me know what y'all think. Is Patty playing at an MVP level? That's the first question I want to know. Because that's the basis of this whole, situation. After watching them play against the Raiders, we've won 4 out of our last 5 games, right? I just want to know, is Patrick Mahomes playing at an MVP level? In them 4 of them last 5 games, you got to keep this in mind now. He done threw 18 touchdowns. 18 touchdowns, y'all. Remember, we started off 0-2. We 4-3. So the question of all questions is Patty playing at an MVP level? Yes or no? What y'all think? I don't want. I need to understand. Like, what do y'all think? Is he playing at an MVP level? That's the real question. That is the real question right there. This is my opinion. So my opinion is Patty is definitely, coming off of what we just saw against the Raiders. He got 18 touchdowns, right? Pat has 18 touchdowns. That's crazy. That's crazy. We won 4 of our last 5 games. His turnovers are down. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, man, is he really playing on the MVP level? Or is it just the competition? You know what I mean? And then you got to look at this, like, who else is playing on that level? I mean, what other quarterbacks do you see playing on that level? Let's be honest. What other QBs do you see playing on that level? maybe Matt Stafford. Baker was, then he kind of slowed up. You know what I'm saying? Then Baker slowed up. But who else is playing on that level? Like realistically, who else is playing on that level? Stafford. You got to say Daniel Jones. They putting belt to ass to everybody right now. They the real deal in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, they the real deal. You got to say Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? You got to say Matt Stafford. I mean, Baker's still in the conversation because it's only week 7, guys. We still got plenty of games to go. Things can happen. But who else is playing on that level? You know what I mean? When you look at Pat's numbers, you know what I'm saying, statistically, when you look at Pat's numbers statistically, let me get a second. I'm gonna pull these numbers up for y'all real quick. Let's see. Pat's numbers. Mahomes. These numbers. So when you look at Pat's numbers, right now, the man got 1,800 yards. You know what I'm saying? He's got over 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and his passer rating is like 102.9. Who doing that? Like, who doing that? Let's be real. Who doing that? Like, so my question again is he playing at an MVP level? As of right now, is he playing at an MVP level? My answer is I think Patty is playing at an MVP level right now. No homer. You know what I'm saying? No homer. Just pure stats. Just pure stats. You know, 1,800 yards passing. He got 14 touchdowns and 2 picks. And his QBR is 102.9. So when you look at that, I'm like, who doing better? Like, who doing better? You know what I mean? Who's doing better than Patrick Mahomes stats wise? You know what I mean? You really can't, you really can't put nothing on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's doing it? I don't see nobody doing better than Patty right now. You know what I mean? I don't see nobody doing better stat wise 2025 than Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. You know what I mean? And you got to think about it. Like I said, he lead the league at 102.9 in QBR. I mean, what else can you ask for? He leading the league in passing yards. I don't think nobody got more passing yards than Pat Mahomes right now. Let's look that up. Who has the most passing yards in the NFL? Let's see. Let's see. Who got the most passing yards right now in the NFL? That would be right now. Justin Herbert has 1,900 passing yards. Dak Prescott has 1,881. Matthew Stafford has 1,866. And Mahomes has 1,800. Daniel Jones has 17.9. So when you look at all these quarterbacks and who's actually in the field for MVP, we don't got to look at Herbert. Just being honest, Herbert's not in the conversation. Dak's not in the conversation. I believe Stafford's in the conversation. He has 1,866. I believe Mahomes in the conversation. He has 1,800. Daniel Jones is in the conversation, and he has every bit of 1,790. I'm not gonna say that. To me, I still like What's your boy from Green Bay? Jordan Love. I like Jordan Love. He got 14. I think Jordan Love's in this conversation. But I believe Patty is playing at MVP level. Let me know what y'all think. Is he playing at MVP level? Yes or no? I mean, it's kind of simple. Is he playing at MVP level? Yes or no? Drop your comments. Let me know. We're gonna move on to the next one. You know what I mean? To the next question. The next question is a tough one, y'all. From that Raiders game, what stat proves that Mahomes is back? What stat to y'all proves that Patrick Mahomes is back? I'm gonna give you my opinion. All right, my opinion. In my opinion, it is simply, if you go back and you look at Mahomes from the first two games to now, there's a couple of things that changed. One of the things that changed is his O-line. His O-line, they blocking him. Two, they running the rock, which doesn't put everything on Patty. You know what I mean? Which is great for Mahomes. Not everything is on him. You know what I mean? So because everything ain't on him, it makes it a little bit easier for Pat to do what he needs to do. It's because everything ain't on him. He don't have to do every single detail. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, the third thing is his decision making has gotten better from game one to now. Yeah, in that Raider game, he almost threw a couple. He almost threw two in that Raider game. But also in that Raider game, you saw that he read that hot route to Juju Smith-Schuster. He's reading his hot route. He's getting the ball out. You know what I mean? He's reading the defense. So that's what kind of shows me that Pat has turned that corner. You know what I mean? That's the things that show me that Pat has turned that corner. What are some things that y'all think that made Pat turn that corner? You know what I mean? That's the real question. You know what I mean? Is he really back? Or is it just the Raiders? You know what I mean? Or is it just because it's the Raiders and they trash? Because y'all remember we played Baltimore, right? When we played Baltimore, they Pat put up a decent performance. And when he put up that performance, they said, well, everybody's doing that to Baltimore. So is Pat back? Is he really back? Or is it like, what is it? That's the question. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got a hot top five right here for you. Got a hot top five for you. Hot top five. Real talk. Very hot. Very controversial. You know what I mean? Very controversial. Just, is he back? What proves that he's back? That's the question. What proves that? Like, what do y'all think that makes you say Patty is back? I told y'all what I think. It's that O-line, it's the run game, and it's also the fact that he's making better decisions. You know what I mean? He's just making better decisions when he's where he's gonna throw the ball, who is he checking it down to. Everybody's eating. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's in play. That's what to me makes it, you know what I'm saying, to prove that he's back. We've seen it from the last 4 out of 5 games. We've seen Mahomes do things that we didn't see him week 1, week 2. You know what I mean? T, what's going on, brother?
Well, running late.
It's all good. It's all
good. 4:35 and get you.
Man, it will. I'm gonna take you back up to my first question real quick. And that first question,
look. I got my note.
Yeah. I will take you back to the first question real quick, T. We're gonna recap real quick for T, y'all. The first question was, is Mahomes playing at an MVP level? I gave my opinion, but now the question's on you. do you think Mahomes is playing at an MVP level? And
Man,
why?
not only do I think Mahomes playing at an MVP level, but I think he's leading the pack after this week. You know, Bake Show had a hard game, you know, so he came back to earth a little bit. And truth be told, my order for MVP is kind of like Patty Mahomes 1.
Yeah.
That Indiana Jones with the Colts, man. I think he slipped in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he slipped because of one, he was supposed to be trash.
Yeah. Facts.
His team I thought was trash. And he's definitely the most valuable player on that team. He's definitely bringing them every Sunday to the table to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, man, I think it's like tight.
I kind of like I think Patty's in the conversation. I think Danny Jones is in the conversation. I think Stafford's in the conversation. I got to put Stafford in there.
Yeah.
After those guys though, it kind of gets a little tight for me. You know, Baker's still there because it's still early. You know, it's only week 7. He got time to pull his stuff together.
I agree.
I think that Mike Evans' injury is gonna hurt Baker Mayfield a lot. I think that's gonna hurt Baker.
Or I can help him if he come out and win games without him.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I don't really know who else can be in this MVP conversation, bro. Like I said, I'm giving Mahomes, Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford. Then after that, it's kind of up in the air. But if I had to give one or throw one out there, the 5th guy, I think it's Jordan Love. Man. I think it's Jordan Love.
I mean,
my 5 and 6 is Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. So, because if A-Rod take Pittsburgh to the playoffs, bro, we gonna have to kind of at least look at it.
A-Rod MVP.
I mean, we got to look at it. We got to at least look at it, though, right? Like, we got to look at it. I mean, because when you look at it, the MVP award is a quarterback stat, right? It's a quarterback stat. It's a quarterback award. So we know it's most likely going to a quarterback. Unless one of these wide receivers or running back does something so stinking, amazing, bro. Like, how's she going to do it? Like, how's it going to happen?
So that's where I struggle to find a non-quarterback candidate.
Yeah,
I can't. Even all the quarterbacks that you got 5 quarterbacks on that list, and you would think one of their receivers would be, putting up big numbers or looking dominant. Yeah. And I guess Chase looked dominant this week, but it's only been a week or two, so yeah, it's pretty tough.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
It's tough sledding right now. Like, it's tough sledding. All right, so we're gonna move on to the.
And, I poo-pooed on your Aaron Rodgers, but I'm looking at his ratings. Yeah.
I mean, I just want to say, if he can pull Pittsburgh up out of that division, that division is slumping. But if he pull Pittsburgh out of that division and get them to the playoffs, and hashtag we all said it, Rodgers is washed, right? Yeah. So, if he does that and he has a decent year, bro, I mean, we gotta at least entertain. You dig what I'm saying? We gotta at least entertain. That's all I'm saying. So, let's go to the next question.
Okay.
So the next question was from the Raiders game. What's that proves that Mahomes is back? So this is what I thought of. Okay. I just looked at from week 1, we was 0-2. And then we looked at the last 4 out of the 5 games. You know what I'm saying? We done ran off 4 straight, basically. You dig what I'm saying? Now, what proves to me that he was back with that was just simply the O-line is blocked for him. Andy Reid has started running the ball, which is taking a lot more pressure off of Pat. and he ain't like forced to do every stinking thing, right? And then 3, his decision making has changed from week 1 to week 2. What I mean by that is, last game we watched against the Raiders, and that Philly game. Remember, I kept showing that play where the linebacker vacated and Juju Smith sat down in the hole and he didn't throw the hot route.
Right.
This last game, he threw the hot route twice to Juju Smith-Schuster. When they came in, he got it out of his hands faster. He knew exactly where he was going. His decision-making process has changed. And that, to me, kind of like proves that Pat has turned that corner and he's on to that, he's on the right path. To me, that's what proves he's back to me. But what do you think?
Well, to continue my conversation from last week when I told you I saw something.
Yeah.
I think the stats at 4 points, I don't necessarily think the stats, but the 4 points I saw was 9 different pass catchers caught the ball. So he's doing what Patty does. Patrick Mahomes has never been the quarterback to have a number 1, and that guy's going to be, 1,500 yards, 100 catches. Patrick Mahomes' game has always been everybody's going to eat. Travis is going to eat the most, right? But everybody will get to play. So I think sharing the ball was smart. Showed that he was smart. Showed that he was reading the defense. Showed he was hitting the hot routes.
Yep.
That also piggybacks into trusting players because, I coined him Petty Pat.
Yeah.
And it was one play in particular where he threw the ball to Pop. Pop dropped it. Very next play, he came back to Pop. I've seen Pop not get a ball ever for that game. So I was proud of him that he, and that did something to Pop. After Pop dropped the ball, you can see he kind of felt like, dang, here I go again. He get the ball back. He catches the ball. Now you got some running from Pop towards the end of that game. He was running hard, running good too.
Yeah.
No hero ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think when Pat's not being Pat is when he's pressing and he takes everything on himself and he feel like I go out there, I gotta win it. And then he start to, run instead of hitting Juju.
Yeah.
Or I'm 2 in a row, I'm gonna chuck it.
Yeah, no doubt.
My boy thought he was at Texas Tech a couple games ago. And then I think, it's a team game, play calling. I think the play calling put him in a position to showcase all his talent. And with a guy like Pat Mahomes, we only got like 15% of his talent. So the play caller can get better because the Pat can get better. So,
yeah,
a lot of people think like we showed our hand or we shot our load. Nah. We got a lot more in the chamber. We got enough in the chamber to show something new every week till we lifting that Lombardi trophy up.
Okay. All right, I like that. All right, I got 3 more questions for you because I got some hot takes for you. I got 3 more questions for you. All right. So, how does Mahomes compare this year to his 2022 MVP season?
Oh man, I'm gonna meet your hot take with my hot take.
Okay.
Better.
Why you say? What makes you say better?
Before I tell you what makes you say better, I'm gonna say a lot of people won't see it because a lot of people don't watch football the way you watch football.
Okay.
A lot of people watch the TV show. Mm-hmm. You watch the game, right? Yeah. I watch the game. And the reason why I say better is because you don't have that explosive nuclear weapon to get them out of trouble at any moment in Tyreek Hill. At any moment, sometimes, man, let's be honest. And we gave him a pass because he was young. Yep. But sometimes Pat just and Tyreek had to adjust, make moves, or like start shifting gears to get to some of those balls. Yeah. Like that's one reason why I believe Tyreek felt like maybe he was underappreciated because those plays were always attributed to Pat. But people that watch football knew that, man, 4.2 speed got to go get some of that. Or his skills, his ball skills got some of those balls. And being that he doesn't have that, man, he's got to be a better player. Taquan is fast, straight line, right?
Yep.
Taquan needs the ball placement to be where it needs to be. Now, if you get it close, he has good range, right?
Gotcha.
But man, I've seen Tyreek Hill. You know, it's on this shoulder, but it's on this shoulder. I've seen Tyreek Hill 5 yards, pop, pop.
Yeah.
Right. So Patrick has to be a better player because you got to hit these guys in their strengths, whereas Tyreek Hill had all the strengths. Young Kelsey, all the strength. Young Kelsey don't feel like running that route. All right. Give it to Kelsey. You know, give it to Kelsey. Then you had McKinnon. McKinnon was a freak to me. I love that type of pass catching back. It's a freak. So he had all that. Now he's taking these young players and making them, because he's the vet, and making them into the players they're going to be. Right. So when Worthy becomes the number one and signed for $50 million playing for the Commanders, it's gonna be Pat. You know, it's gonna be Pat. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's why I say he's better than 22.
Okay. But no, listen, to piggyback off what you said, I agree with that because, like, I always felt like he had to develop a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, I always felt like he needed to just take that next step to get that. Like, when you look at Brady, you look at Manning, you see how they controlled that offense. Like, they dominated what they were doing. You dig what I'm saying? And I felt like Pat has that ability to do it, but I feel like we're just now seeing it because, like what you said, he could just throw it up there, and Mr. 4-2 could go up there.
4-2 like this. What's up?
Yeah, where is that? You know what I mean? Where is that? I got you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where is that? Or he can hit him with a 5-yard slant, and Tyreek got that quick twitch. And he could take that and he hit you with the deuces. You know what I'm saying?
Deuces. And don't forget about when the Wiggles were here, when Travador had those dream Wiggles. Yeah,
exactly. Travis could take a 5-yard and go 80 yards. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff that Pat had at his disposal.
Right.
And a lot of times when people would say things like Pat fell into the perfect situation, right? He did. Let's just be honest. He did. Okay. Because he had Mr. 4-2. He had the tight end that could take a 5-yard out and go 80 yards. You know what I'm saying? We had that. Now, this is why, like I said, I think this year, if he wins his MVP, it's going to be even more greater because, we got speedsters, but none of them have that quick twitch like Tyreek could just catch it and get low. None of them have that that twitchy speed where they can run down there and wait on the ball. You know what I mean? Right. Which shoulder is? None of them have that. Worthy's supposed to have that. Taekwon is supposed to have that, but they got that inline speed. That's what people don't understand. They got it's different kind of speeds, and people don't really break that part of it down. They just say, "Oh my God, he's fast." Yeah, you can be fast, but like you can take that crossing route and lead a defender. But can you take that crossing route and lead a defender and take it 80 yards?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what Tyreek could do versus what I think Taekwon can do. What Worthy can do. But Pat is putting him in positions to catch it and take it that 80 yards.
And that's what makes him better.
Exactly. That I'm with you.
And you know what I saw last week was him starting to turn into that offensive coordinator on the field, that head coach on the field.
That's kind of very leading to my next question real quick before you say that. I got another question. You know me, I love these questions. I gotta hit you with these questions. What makes, like, was it Mahomes' brilliance or was it just the Raiders being terrible? And the reason why I'm asking that is because it is right here. You remember that week when we stuck it to Baltimore, right? They said we was back, and they was like, well, was it really Pat? Was it really the Chiefs being back? Or was it because Baltimore just sucked? You know what I mean? And then they kept saying, well, Baltimore sucks. Everybody's chalked it up to Baltimore sucks. So I'm like, was it really Patty's brilliance that was on display? Or was it just the terrible Raiders? You know what I mean?
I'll never use the term you use a lot, but I'm about to use it now.
Go ahead.
There are two different types of belts to ass.
Okay.
2 different types.
All right.
There's the I'm supposed to,
Yep.
and I do it.
Yep.
And then there's you showed up to the fight also and got pumped.
Yeah.
You know, Lamar came to the fight.
Yep.
Right? They came to the game. They had a couple guys out. We had a couple guys out. They came to the fight and caught it. And then we did what we were supposed to do against the Raiders and caught it. Now, the Raiders was more of I'm not even watching you. I'm watching us, right?
Yeah.
I'm not watching you. I'm watching to see how do we integrate Rice? How does everybody get to play? How do we get to touch? Now, the Raiders helped us with that, with their garbage play, right? But I still think that even if we were playing a better team and the skilled players could get open the way they did against the Raiders, Pat would have given them the ball, right? Pat would have given them the ball. So in the NFL, everybody run 2-4, everybody bench 400 pounds, everybody squat 800 pounds, and you still got to go out there and do your thing. You NFL guys don't lay down. You make them lay down.
Gotcha.
That first quarter, it was coming. It was 7-0. They was coming to play. They was getting some first down. They got some bad breaks. Had to punt.
Yeah.
But then it's like after Pat took the field, what happened to that offense? Because they was running. Gentry, everybody nervous.
Yeah.
Everybody was nervous until we got up like 10 points. Everybody was like, okay, breathing. Everybody's butt kicking. We nervous. Got the heartbeat going. You know. But then Pat settled us down. We could then sit back, right? We like, this different. This the old Pat, or this the new and improved Pat, whichever flavor you want. Then we settled down, and we were on to the next game, right? We were on to let's keep working on some stuff. Okay, let's sit them down. Let's let like you said on the stream, let's let some of the backups get in and get some reps to make us even better. So it takes a great GOAT-like quarterback to put his team in position to get those reps, to put his teams in position to have real game experience. And I don't think everybody understands that when they watch football. They're just looking at Geno, right? Or they're looking at people they never heard of because they listen to Sports Center. But those dudes were cold up in college.
Yeah, they were.
It's legit to me. It's both beat downs, both belt to asses were legit.
Okay, so you saying this is brilliant. I'm basically like I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50. And I'm gonna say this is why I'm 50-50. This is why. It's a reason. The reason why I'm gonna say it's 50-50 is because I acknowledge this the difference, like you said earlier. Like we watch the football games, and not everybody watched the game. They just watch the entertainment side of football. You know what I mean? They don't really watch the X's and the O's and like the 3-step drops and what are you doing? Where's the hot route? Who's the mic? You know what I'm saying? They hear these things, but they don't. Sometimes people don't really break that down, right? They don't really process it. That's one of the things that I see when I watch the games. Like I'm watching the games, I'm watching which one of these linebackers is going to blitz, who faking, who not faking, who's showing, like who's the hot route. Hey, if this guy blitzes, this is where he should be going. The reason why I say I'm 50-50 is because I watched Patty and I watched him, drop it down and check his hot routes several times to Juju Smith-Schuster. Even that touchdown over the middle when the linebacker, Pat Mahomes, when he threw that touchdown to Brown. It was it was off a play action. The linebacker sucked up off that play action because we were running the ball hard. When he sucked up off that play action, Hollywood cut across that middle, and it was wide open. That was the first thing I noticed. As soon as he did the play action, I watched the linebacker suck down, right? And once that middle came open, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder who coming across that middle. Somebody need to come across that middle. 2 minutes later, 2 seconds later, touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood Brown. Those are the things that I noticed, and I'm like, man, that boy can't be the truth. You know what I mean? I'm like, that boy the truth. You know what I mean? But then there comes those plays where we step back and he almost threw 2 picks. He threw it right to him. They both dropped it. The defense dropped it. he threw the ball right to him. Like, those are the parts that get me kind of like, can we, I ain't expecting him to be perfect by no stretch of the imagination. Am I expecting him to be perfect, right? Everybody makes mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time that when you have seen Pat get picked, it was like that play against Jacksonville. I don't think he saw the linebacker. He didn't see that linebacker there. You know what I mean? And that linebacker jumped the route. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think he saw the linebacker. And that happens. But that happens.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I say I'm 50-50 is because some of it I see and I'll be like, dang, boy, that boy got them eyes. He looking. He see it. You know what I mean? But then there's those plays where it's just kind of like, you be like, those head scratches, you be like, come on, Patty, you do that right to the defense. You just dropped that back. Yeah. What happened there? You know what I mean? It's a head scratcher. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Here, guys.
I can see where you're coming from. Can't really defend the bonehead play. Yeah, but it's hard. I mean, bonehead play. It's hard. We also know Patty's a slinger.
Yeah.
And I think he was trying stuff at that point of the game.
So okay, how about this? I'm gonna retract my 50-50. I'm gonna give it 70-30. Because
50-50
the dominance of what he did and the vision and the things that I saw to him do, especially from like week 1 to now, it's been so dramatic that I can't go 50-50. Not realistic. I can't do 50-50. It's got to be more like 70-30. You know what I'm saying?
80-20.
You know what I'm saying? I can't give 80-20. I give him 70-30. I'm a harsh critic though. See, I'm a little harsher critic than
your Homer level going down. Look at this.
I'm still at Homer level fault. No, I'm still at 1 trillion. I'm through the roof. All
right. I just want to check. Make sure you had a trillion.
No, I ain't tripped. I ain't failed. Nothing. I'm good. You know what I mean? But my Homer level is all the way through the roof on the Chiefs. But I just know that when he does make those mistakes, it be bonehead mistakes that make you say it make you. You remember Arsenio Hall? He used to say things that make you say, You know what I mean? It be those kind of boneheaded mistakes. You'd be like, what the hell? You know what I mean? and it'll make you be like, it'll make you question, what the fuck is that? That's what
Patrick had me thinking Brett Favre, right?
Yeah, it'd be like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, Pat be cooking. But here's the last question. Because this is a super duper good question right here. Because this is gonna tell, like, this question is gonna lead to so many other like topics. I'm just gonna be honest. The question is, can he sustain this MVP form? That's the question. That's the real question, right?
Oh, that's the easy question.
Can he sustain this MVP form, bro?
That's an easy question.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because it is right here. Because if he can, I'm gonna answer it first. If he can, I believe we run the table. Yeah. Like, I believe we run the table 1. 2, we win the West, because I believe we're gonna win the West. All right. And 3, I think we're the number 1 seed. If he can hold form.
Well, I mean, that's what's about to happen, right? So we're about to hold form. Okay. And to answer the question, absolutely he can, because he's done it before, right? This is not new for our quarterback. Like all those other quarterbacks that would have to beat us for those things not to happen. These are going to be new this is going to be new pressure. This is new pressure for them. New big time games. New this, new that. It won't be that for us. How can I say it? Patrick Mahomes, when he is dialed in and not having fun, there's no bonehead. Gotcha. Right? Yep. His bonehead, because he was having fun. So that's one of the growth parts of his leadership he's going to have to do, because he's going to have to realize that when I am losing focus, having fun, I'm going to lose a receiver. I'm going to lose Pop. Definitely going to lose Pop. Might lose Juju, right? Might lose Juju. The goofies, right? Might lose some guys on the team. So I think if those types of plays make people think that he can't sustain it or he won't sustain it, that's a matter of early season, right? When Patrick starts to get into playoff Pat, this is the game. Allen's in town. Here comes Joe. It gets handled when it gets handled, right? Yeah. When those things are going to start happening as these games start to mean more for them. Oh, yeah. You want to come to Arrowhead? You want to talk noise? You want to call it Barrelhead? You want to do all that? Okay. I'm going to dial in now. See, the worst thing that the league can do is praise him. That's that Jordan-ness in him. That's I took it personal. Yeah. Give him praise. And that's what I shouldn't even be putting this on the airwaves, because I know we got 45,000 people watching, because I don't want the other teams to hear this. You give them praise and have them relax a little bit. You make them babyface, like your boy Curry, babyface assassin. You make them babyface assassin. You think because he got that good All-American face that he don't have that bow wow in him, Yeah. Nah, he got the dog in him. So Keep playing, keep saying, keep doubting them. Some people just like that. They find little things to keep them focused for longer periods of time. Some people can only be focused for their game. Think about it like this. Josh Allen's only focused for the game. Yeah. Josh Allen go out there, you be like, oh my gosh, I ain't never seen a quarterback like that before in my life. Gino go up there tomorrow, get him. Gino go up there tomorrow and get him. Yeah. 31, 32. Yeah. Right? And then the next game, it's Superman back. And that's why his MVPs be like a coin flip. Right? Do I give it to Lamar? Do I give it to Saquon? But Pat, he separates when he wants to, and that's the most frustrating part of Patrick Mahomes to me, because I want him to be Jordan, right? Yeah. I don't want him to be Allen and Burrow and all these regular great guys. I want him to be the great of the great, the greatest of the great. I want him to be the guy that says, okay, I got to run the table to get the number 1 seed. Done. Yeah. Like, and we're selfish as Kansas City Chiefs fans because we got that in the backyard. Like those other fans, man, I feel their pain because we lived it before. I feel their pain where your quarterback is Josh Allen, MVP, decorated up, and you lose the one you shouldn't lose. Or if you Lamar fan, can't win the big one. Can't win the one we gotta have this. Man, gotta have this.
That's gotta be frustrating, to be honest, because like a lot of people make a lot of comments to me because like I will, I like to egg it on a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I like to stir the pot, I like to stir the pot a little bit, but people, they bring it to me like I get a lot of Bill fans. A lot of Bill fans bring it to me. They any chance they get to stick it to me, bro, they be on me, right? They be on me. But at the end of the day, I was like, I told this Bill fan, because he was like, my last video I said is Josh losing? Like, is he losing his edge? The guy came on, man. He just was like, he ain't losing his edge no more than Pat Mahomes losing his edge. Every time we come up to Kansas City, we beat y'all. So I just asked him, I said, listen, have y'all beat us when it counted? Like, can you beat me when it counts? And I asked him, I just asked, can you beat me when it counts? Like, I don't care that you win in the regular season, bro. Like, you can come up here now. I told him, listen, in 2 weeks when we see y'all can win that game. We don't care. Like, here in Kansas City, we don't care. When it's the AFC Championship, or when it's the divisional round, and we got to come there. I said, let me ask you a question. When we had to come to y'all house, what did we do? We put Bill's eggs. When y'all had to come in there as a championship game, what did we do? We put them to that. I say, so like, what's your point? Like, what is your point? You can't win when it counts. And what I just really just like think back to what you just said is like that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt like Lamar and Josh, because at the end of the day, you remember what Lamar said. A lot of people don't keep receipts. I'll be keeping these receipts. I keep those receipts. Lamar said this a long time ago. Mahomes is my critic. Yeah.
That bad boy right here. That's right there in his brain forever. Right there in that middle part.
Yes, bro. He did already. Basically, in my mind, when I heard Lamar say that, this is what it told me. I can't beat Mahomes.
I can't beat Mahomes.
He didn't already told himself he can't beat him. He can't beat him.
And that was exactly what the players against Jordan used to say.
Yes, that's that psychological game. Like here's what Peyton Manning used to do to people. And a lot of people don't know about this, but John Gruden exposed this. So shout out to John Gruden. John Gruden exposed this, that Peyton Manning used to when he would play against other teams, he would seek out the secondary, right? Find out who all the secondary players, and then he would find out their wives, right? And he would make the audible the secondary player's wife's name, right? So he would call out this dude's wife, and dude would be like, "Hey man, that's my wife," right? And he would get in their head that way. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of psychological games that he would do, and that's why I would tell people like Mahomes has that effect on people, and you see it every day in every game because teams like Baltimore who run the rock, teams like the Detroit Lions who run the rock. Even yesterday on that game, yesterday at that Detroit game, the coach said he was mad because he felt like he got away from his game plan because the Chiefs scored on him, and they wanted to keep up.
Yeah. I mean, man, you look across the field and you see a formidable foe, and you're human. You start to tripping. And you don't have anything in your satchel to meet that, right? You ain't got nothing in the satchel to meet that. So when they do beat them, it's fluky. You know what I mean? Nobody ever just came in and just destroyed him. It's fluky. Even when we lose big, it's like, man, Pat trip, Lion trip. You know, like everybody keep going to the Super Bowl and they think that, you know, Pat had lost a step because of the score of the Super Bowl and what it looked like. But man, a couple things in that Super Bowl that I have to say, going into the Super Bowl when Tooney started, I was upset about that because we were going against a great defensive line, and I was like, well, I have 2 weak links on the offensive line. Yeah. Put Tooney back and let's just have 1 weak link and just figure it out in the game, right? Let's play call against a defensive end or an end coming around the edge, right? Why give up the middle where quarterback hate that? Yeah. So don't do that. Don't do that. I would have put Tooney there. And then, man, this dude's getting molly-whopped. Still battling to the end, going deep, worthy deep. Yeah. He wasn't building. He like, okay, we done lost this for next year. You know, he started playing for next year. And that's what the greats do.
I mean, that is true, but piggybacking off of what you said for sure. The Super Bowl loss, bro, that was like everybody loves to, you know, talk trash about Mahomes lost in the Super Bowl, the big game. Listen, I just gotta say this, and we're gonna have to be honest and straightforward. Okay. It's painful. It's painful as a Chiefs fan to watch us, you know, take those kind of L's. But is the scenario to where you can't really ask any quarterback to play under those scenarios and expect them to perform any better. Let's just be honest. Both of our Super Bowls have been blowouts when we've lost, but it's always been due to the O-line. So, you know, it's one of those situations where it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, because I'm like, what other quarterback could you put in that situation? Like, what other quarterback? Anyone? I don't care who it is. Name one quarterback who could have sat behind that O-line against both of those two teams, Tampa and Philly, right? Behind our O-line and did anything better than what Mahomes did. And that's the honest to God truth. Like,
man, I would say in that Tampa game, that was MVP. That was balling. I would say in that Philly game, if you had his best game, Lamar's legs could have possibly done some things. Slowed the rush down because he could have, that broke a few. And then, but he doesn't do that in the big game, so we'll never see that. Right. We watching it. We as Chiefs fans, we watching those games and like, okay, this is the game where Lamar bop, and he want to become Roger Staubach, and he be like, oh, that's not what you do.
Yeah.
That's not what you the fans are confused. We don't know who came. You got to see if you keep doing this. Why you keep looking at the scoreboard? Lamar out there blue chipping.
Yeah.
Lamar out there blue pinking. But here's something I wrote. Two things, man. Reason why I say that Raiders game also was legit. Man, I'm a Pete Carroll. I'm not gonna say like fan, but I'm gonna say I respect. I respect his football knowledge. I respect his love for the game. I respect his preparations. And man, early in that game, when they put the camera on Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll, I think I even said it, and Pete Carroll looked lost. When Pete Carroll looked lost, that's what made the win legit. Because it's like, man, we came in this game with a game plan. And this dude is just toe it up.
You know what? I didn't think about that, but you are 100% right, because Pete Carroll looked like bewildered. Like he didn't have an answer. He really did not have an answer. And that's fact. That's fact. He didn't have an answer.
Pete Carroll looked like Travador in the Super Bowl. I was like, Pete Carroll was like, man, my first 15 normally works.
Yeah.
And then I wrote another thing that I said, man, if he is who we think he is, then that's why he's going to run the table. That's why he's going to, finish this off. If he is who we think he is, man, it's only in a generation where you get to see this. We get to see it twice. We saw Mike.
Yeah.
Now I'm about to see Patty, because he ain't done after this one.
Yeah.
I think he'll get this one.
Yeah.
And then I think, somebody may pick off one of our receivers, may get Hollywood or something. And we got Royals and a pick.
Yeah.
We got Royals and a pick.
Yeah.
I know exactly why the established running backs don't want to come to the Chiefs, because they don't want to be Kevin Durant. They don't want to be, go to the Warriors, go to the 73 win team. So I know why those guys, turn us down and go play for like the Dolphins. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So we're going to have to go to the draft and find our stud running back, which I don't think we need to. I think our stud running back chilling right now, trying to figure out that playbook and get about 15 more pounds. I think next year.
Yeah. My question, though, I got one more question, though. What are we going to do? Because we got to make a move. We're going to have to make a move for a defensive tackle. Now, my question is, when you look at all the defensive tackles that are available, right? Let me quote this list of the D tackles that are available. Defensive tackles available right now, free agents. So you got, right now, we got BJ Hill. We got, that's a good name. Let me see. We got Mr. Phil up on you, Christian Wilkinson. You know what I mean? Mr. Touchy Philly. You know what I'm saying?
Nancy Christian.
Yeah. We got Dalvin Tomlinson. We got, let me see. And then we got let me see who else we got. I think Zadarius Smith is still out there too. But my question is, John Jenkins is out there. My question is, of all the players that are not in free agency, like Calais Campbell, like Simmons for Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Like these are the guys, maybe Collins from the Cleveland Browns, Malik Collins. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking if we can get one of those three guys, bro, because we got to get one. We're gonna have to address it. We got to address it. But I feel like if we can get one of those three, whether it's Calais Campbell, Malik Collins, or even Simmons from Tennessee, and hey, I wouldn't be opposed to Mr. Touchy if he can get his mind right, Mr. Touchy. Wilkins. I wouldn't be opposed to bringing Wilkins in if he can get his mind right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking to myself, if we can get one of those kind of guys at the D tackle, bro, I feel like that takes our defense from like good to great. And the reason why I say that is because at that point in time, if you get a D tackle, one of those five guys that I just named, bro, it's gonna be impossible to double team Chris Jones.
Man, I mean, yeah, if we get a D tackle that can hold his own, it'll do wonders for our team. But as far as getting like a guy on a current team coming to us, I don't think nobody's gonna deal with us like that. Nobody's gonna give us I mean, it might mess around is what it is. We tripped when we got with our old boy and before the we went to
Purnell.
Yeah, we tripped there, and we've been chasing that. That's like that missed field goal, that missed extra point, and you chasing that 13-0.
Yeah.
The only person that we legit can get of some type of standard would be Mr. Philly, Mr. Hansy,
Mr. Hansy.
Wilkins. We're gonna have to, but I just don't want that in the locker room if it's gonna be a problem. I don't know how you can. I mean, you ask, hey man, you gonna be in here grabbing booties? I mean, I don't even know how you ask a man that. Like,
hey, I mean, there's only one way to ask that question is to ask it, right? I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, I mean, how else you gonna ask you? Hey, are you gonna behave yourself, young man? Like, no.
What if the answer is, nah, I'm gonna be in here. I'm gonna do what I got to do, coach. When I'm in the locker room.
Hey, well, listen. I'm saying, okay, if that's what you're gonna do, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to say, okay, because we know Andy is the type of coach who will give players chances. Like that's who Andy is. He'll give you a chance. But you know what I mean? My thing is put it in the contract. Like put it in the contract to where it states like if you have this such type of infraction, this will be the repercussions to that. You know what I mean? I'm like, put it in this contract. But I honestly believe, in my opinion, like I believe we can get Calais Campbell. I believe they'll trade Calais Campbell to us. I believe they'll trade
that old, man. I didn't know it was that old.
Yeah, I believe they'll trade Justin Simmons over there in Tennessee because their season is done. Like they done. Like they are done. It's over. So I believe Simmons can be traded. You know what I'm saying? And Tennessee.
Do we have any value to get a player like that?
I mean, at this point, if you think about it, who could we get in the draft with that kind of talent, picking at 32? You would need something like the Simmons thing to happen where he falls in the draft. You know what I'm saying? For one of these talents to fall in the draft, or you to get lucky and you draft somebody at 32 and he just turned out to be a stud, right? Versus you could go get a Calais Campbell, and we know what he's gonna do. You could go get this Simmons guy from Tennessee and give him, I'm willing. This is me. I know for a fact we could probably offer Tennessee a 4th or a 5th round for Simmons right now because they done.
I mean, I think there's some options out there. I just want to. It'll shock me if a team helped the Chiefs. I'll be happy.
I think teams will help us because think about it. Bills Mafia love us. Bills Mafia love us. You know, Bills Mafia love us.
I think they did on accident.
You know what I mean? They love us. They gave us Patty. You know what I'm saying? They gave us Xavier.
They know what they were doing.
Yeah, like the Bills Mafia loves us. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm like, I believe there are teams that will help us. Like I believe there's teams that will help us. But I just think the season is getting to that point to where these teams are gonna start trying to clear their books. You know what I'm saying? And
we got a week or so. When is the deadline? 2 weeks? The 4th?
Yeah,
November 4th?
Yeah, I think so. NFL trade deadline.
Man,
I think deadline is November 4th at 4 p.m.
I can't see it, and truth be told, I haven't been on it like that, but I do think Beach is going to make something happen. I do.
I believe he got to. Like, if he wants to,
that's probably why I believe.
My opinion, if he wants to turn us into that dominant, that oh my God, look out, here we come type of team. You know what I'm saying? We there, but if we want to just like turn the table, we gotta, like, in my opinion, we gotta get a pass rush, and it's gotta be some type of help besides Chris Jones. We gotta get a pass rush, even if we go, because like I said, Miami finna have a fire sale. Look at Chud. You know what I'm saying? Bradley Chud. Oh my God.
I heard some rumors. I wanted him to come here instead of going to Miami.
But hey, I would have loved that too.
But I think he was ducking the way they got on.
But now, but you got to think about it. Now he had a point in his career, bro. Some of these guys are in their career. They're not gonna ever see a playoff game if they don't get it right. You know what I'm saying? Like
and I think him in particular, he's in a spot to where he tripped going to Miami and had a chance to come to us, and he can rectify that. I actually think out of everybody you mentioned, I want him first.
Yeah, you got that other kid from Miami, the other defensive end from Miami, Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't he coming?
Tremaine Johnson. I'm sorry, for the Jets. Tremaine Johnson from the Jets. He's another pass rusher that could be something we could look into. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. If they want a deal, if these teams want a deal, we can go get some help if they want a deal. I don't know how much value we can give a person with our late first round picking and all that stuff, but I think if we got that done, yes.
Okay.
Yes, if we got that done, we are rolling.
Like the person who I wanted the Chiefs to get, and they were talking about it, but they didn't do it. They didn't get it done. I would have loved to seen Brian Burns last year. Man, I wanted Brian Burns so bad last year, bro. I didn't
even know they was talking to him.
Yeah, when he was with the Carolina Panthers, bro. Brian Burns was with the Carolina Panthers. They ended up trading him to the Giants. And you know what I mean? I wanted him so bad, bro. I was like, man, this would be so good.
That's the type of player we need.
Yeah, somebody who can bend that. That's that Derek Thomas bend. He got that Derek Thomas bend to him. Brian Burns do. He got that DT bend, bro.
I like him. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wanted to see that kid so bad. Like when I see Denver's edge rushers, they got that Denver's edge rushers. They got that Derek Thomas bend, bro. They hit them corners, bro, and it's real. It's real. They hit them corners, bro. You ain't getting away. Like, you're not getting away. You know what I'm saying? You ain't outrunning them. They get you. It's a fact. It's a fact. So that's what I would have loved to see, some of that kind of stuff happening more. But, we'll see. But I think Beach is going to have to make a move if we are to advance, because I believe, like I said, letting Pennell go, I think that was a mistake. I think that was a big mistake. Even Chris Jones said that was a bad move. Even Chris Jones said it.
I think, when we make our move, because I think we have to, so it's not go if, but when we make our move, I want it to be this week. I don't want to get to the I don't want to get in November. I want to give them some reps before we get into the playoffs.
Gotcha.
I hope we do something. That'll shoot, boy, that'll make my day. But if we don't, that Norman Lott injury is even bigger. If we don't, that's why I think we have to.
Yeah, I mean we got to, because I'm just being honest, man. Noddy just ain't cutting.
Huh?
Noddy ain't cutting, bro. Noddy's not cutting. He's too inconsistent. You don't know what you're gonna get from Noddy. One day, one play, Noddy might be there. The next day, Noddy may not be there. You don't know if he's in the building, if he's around the corner.
Let me see.
You don't know what's going on.
What did he do yesterday? You look at the stats.
I mean,
normal Noddy.
yeah. I mean, normal Noddy. Like he just was there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he did anything. You know what I mean? As far as that.
I mean, that's the frustrating part too. Even my boy Karlaftis.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating, man. Because I like his motor, and he's always one step away. And I think, he's gonna have some games towards the end of the year. Maybe a couple back-to-back sacks, maybe even like 7 sacks, but it's like, nah, you could have had 14. You could have had 11. And I just want the guy. He had 1 tackle, 0 sacks, 0 forced fumble. He had 8 tackles in the game.
You know what I'm saying? That's see, we can't. To me, we can't be having that. You dig what I'm saying? Like we cannot be. To me, that's not sustainable. Like, that's not what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing that gets me, bro. Like that's not what we do. Like we gotta be like a well-trained oil machine. You know what I mean? And some of the things we can do to help ourselves, we gotta do whatever we gotta do to help ourselves. We cannot continue to keep doing the exact same thing over and over. That's the definition of insanity. When you do the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. That's what they call insanity. And that's what I feel like Brett Beach is doing right now. Is he expecting to see somebody turn a corner? We've seen what Noddy can do. We've had him here for years. We've seen what Noddy can do. My opinion, when we had Noddy and we had Kalen Sanders and all them, I wanted them to keep Kalen Sanders and get rid of Noddy. They kept Noddy and got rid of Sanders. You know what I'm saying? And now Kalen Sanders is one of the guys they talking about maybe bringing back right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? We had him in the building. Like, why do we keep doing the stuff we do? So when we get guys in the building that are productive and that are producing, we need to be able to keep them in the building. That's one. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we know certain players are gonna be leaving after next year, things of that nature. We're getting younger.
Yeah.
We gotta find our next Chris Jones. We gotta find our next real, star DN, whether it's Ashton, Ashton, or is it Lott? Lott then showed a couple, flashes in the pan where you'd be like, oh, all right, we got something. Let's see him.
Yeah, but Lott, I mean, with that torn ACL, we won't see him for a year and a half.
Probably so. He probably gone. He done. Yeah, I mean, we know he done, but you know what I mean?
You're rehabbed and half a year to get back into the swing of things, and a rookie, so he's gonna have like a
delay. It's gonna be a tough month.
2.5, 3 year rookie.
Yeah.
I feel for him, boy.
And it was on a dirty play. You know what I'm saying? A dirty play.
Yeah, I thought that guy should have got kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
And I think if you hurt someone like that, you probably got to be, a little penalized somehow. If your dirty play ruins a guy's career.
Yeah. Because that's what it was. It was a dirty play, bro. Straight up, dirty play.
I'm looking at our depth chart, and yeah, man, we kind of.
Yeah.
We kind of thin.
The depth chart don't speak good volumes right now. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. The chart does not speak good volumes right now. Right now, the chart says, "Oh, we need some milk." You know what I mean?
I'm looking at these players, and I'm like, man, when you take these group of guys and you add Spags, you got good defense. You take these group of guys and you start putting in some of the players that you mentioned at those positions that you mentioned. Yeah, we got a roster. with Spags.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people want. They want to have, man, we just don't want to have like hometown heroes. We kind of want a couple dogs.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want. I mean, realistically, that's what you want. You want to have a couple good dogs, and you want your guys to be able to, make it do what it do. But it's kind of hard to do that when you sitting back and you see what's happening, and ain't nothing, and they just kind of stagnant right now, bro. We kind of stagnant right now, and I think we need to just pull the trigger. We need to go get somebody because we need some help, and Chris needs help. Like Chris needs. Let's just be honest.
And that's another reason why I hope we do it before November, because man, we gonna mess around and wear them out. And next thing you know, when you start getting old and you start getting those nagging, I don't want them to be like having to play through pain in the playoffs. Yeah, well, Chris Jones got to play through an ankle. No. Yeah, let's go. And man, Beach has proven that he is on it. So I will be shocked if he's not on it. But I think my man Beach is on it.
I like I said, I just want to make sure that he on top of it, man. And as long as he on top of it, I think we're fine, bro. Like I really believe we'll be fine. But he just gonna have to stay on top of it, and we're gonna have to address the situation. And if we don't, it's gonna get a little telling down the stretch. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a little harder down the stretch.
Well, I don't know. I think it could, but we could kind of counteract it if we call better offensive plays, right? Because I think the running, and we haven't been doing it for us. We like, man, we've been running a lot, but if we can run even more and be effective at the run, just to keep our guys out of harm's way for 5, 6, 8 plays a game. Yeah. Then by you do that 4 games, that's 32 plays, 32 reps. That's you saving the whole game.
Yeah.
The 3 and outs or the the 1 first down and out, man. You keep running that big thick CEO of sacks out there. More opportunity to wear them down, more opportunity to get hurt. So I think that the play calling is going to have to help the defense, like last week.
Yeah.
And sharing the ball helped.
Yeah, I agree with that. Do the offense, use the offense in a manner to protect the defense.
Right.
You know what I mean? I agree with that, but this is what I'm saying. We don't always get to do that, and we know who our coach is, and you know what I mean. So, with that being said,
you're asking about that.
With that being said,
you already know. We need your big fella.
Yeah, exactly. We might need to go get some help. That's all.
We already know, but
yeah,
definitely get some help. I mean, it hurts our chances of getting this Super Bowl if we don't get the help. Doesn't take us out, but it hurts our chances of getting the Super Bowl, because I still think we can play Chiefs ball and win a lot of games and make it to the playoffs. But I think when we get into the playoffs, that's when that death starts to show up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not playing against Geno and them. You're playing against the horses.
You playing against Josh. You playing against, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be playing
Josh coming to town.
Yeah, you're gonna play against the Joshes. You're gonna be playing against the Burrows. You're gonna be playing against, the big names. You're gonna have to, you're gonna step it up.
And all those guys been building their teams to beat us, so all of them gonna have their line going. So that offense is going to be, may not be able to do that, what I just said.
Exactly. And then hey, I'm going to have to say the truth, because, people don't like it, but I'm going to say the truth. There is a scary team in the AFC, and it's not just the Chiefs. Okay, there's another scary AFC team out there. Okay?
Who do you say that is?
It's the Colts, bro. We can't deny it.
No.
You say that, but they got offense and they got defense. They scoring 30 points a game by themselves. Okay. Now the real question is this right here. It's a system type of winning scenario with the Colts. What I mean by that is They're not asking Daniel Jones to go out there and win games. They're asking him to manage the game, right? So this is the only part that we have not seen from the coach yet is what happens when Daniel Jones has to go out there and win the game. Like, win the game. We ain't seen that. And the reason why we ain't seen that is because the Colts defense, that running game, and ain't nobody shut that down to make them have to make Daniel Jones be that guy. Nobody's done it yet.
All right, let me say this real quick. I got the schedule up.
All right.
They beat the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, I'll go and you tell me if that's impressive or not. They beat the Dolphins.
Okay. Not impressive.
They beat Broncos by 1 point.
Semi, mid. I'm gonna say mid because of the deep.
One or the other.
Oh man, I'm gonna go impressive because they had to come back and win it. And they played against a top 5 defense.
1
Period.
point. 1 point.
But they had to come back and do that though. They came back.
Beat the Titans. Lost to the Rams.
How much they lose by?
7.
Man, that's horrible.
And you know the Rams early season, especially early season playoffs, is the most wishy-washy team. Look like Tarzan, play like Jane sometimes.
I get it, but still, the Rams. I know who the Rams are though, so that's the difference. I know who the Rams are. Go ahead.
To lose to a good team is not impressive. It's been impressive if you'd have won.
I mean, it depends on the team that you lost to. Like but you got put it like this. The reason why I say it's impressive to me is because I got the Rams being the NFC champions. Like I think that's who's going to the Super Bowl. So if you lose to the eventual Super Bowl champs or that team who seems to be that guy, like I'm like okay, and you only lost by 7. Okay, that
okay. I mean that's a legitimate argument. The other side of my argument though is this: if we go like after 6 games, when did it start? After 4 games? Now you the Chiefs, but you lose to the Rams. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
well,
I get
4
it.
games?
It's 6 games, but this is what I'm trying to tell you.
No, I'm saying it's around 4 games when everybody was like,
But this all I'm gonna say is this right here. Mm-hmm. Show me where they've been inconsistent at. They ain't been inconsistent on no games. Nowhere.
Okay. 2 more games.
Go ahead.
Raiders, Colts.
I'm just saying. That's not
unimpressive.
The Raiders.
You said unimpressive. All right.
That's not impressive.
Cardinal, Colts.
That's not impressive either. The Cardinals are the Cardinals. They're gonna always be the Cardinals.
With the backup quarterback.
It don't matter. They're gonna always be the Cardinals. Even if Kyler Murray is playing, I'm still gonna say not impressive. It don't matter.
1 by 4 to pull it out.
So, it wouldn't matter. I'm still gonna say not impressive.
So I'm gonna go back through. They got an a mid, and an impressive loss.
Yeah.
And these boys
okay, so now let's turn around and walk it back and do our Chiefs now.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, I forgot a game. They beat the Chargers.
Okay, impressive.
That's impressive. Okay.
Yeah. And they need because they beat the brakes off them too. But now let's turn around and do our Chiefs though. Now let's look at the Chiefs. Let's go through the Chiefs schedule real quick.
You ready? Let me know.
Yeah, let's go.
Lost to the Chargers.
That's impressive for the Chargers.
We're doing it for the other team or for our team?
No, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. I mean, for the Chiefs, that's not impressive. That's
not impressive. Okay,
not impressive.
Lost to the Eagles.
That's not impressive.
Beat the Giants.
Not impressive.
Okay. Beat the Ravens.
Not impressive.
Lost to the Jaguar.
It's impressive for the Jaguars. Not impressive for the Chiefs.
Beat the Lions.
That was impressive.
Beat the Raiders.
Not impressive.
Okay.
Now, this is the difference. We was expected to beat the Chargers. We was expected to beat Philly. Okay, from the comeback and oh my God, Philly did this to us. We got to come back and it's this the revenge, the season of revenge.
Yeah, I remember all that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, and we started off 0-2. And then we beat the Giants. That's not impressive. That's not impressive to beat Russell Wilson and the Giants. I'm just telling you, it's not impressive at all. Okay. We beat the Giants. It's not impressive for the Lamar and the Baltimore game because we just talked about how Lamar has already gave up on the game in the first place. So it's not even impressive. Like it has no value. You know what I'm saying? It don't have that, oh, it's the Ravens. It's because Lamar already coming into the game like, you're about to whoop my ass. You know what I'm saying?
It's not impressive today, but it was impressive when we did it because there was a little bit of hype on that game.
To me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Anytime we beat Lamar, I'm not impressed by it. I'm not, and it's because he already gave up. It'd be different if Lamar if Lamar never comes out and says Patrick Mahomes is my kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? He never says that. You know, I'm kind of looking at Lamar like, okay. You know, you want to fight. Like, you want to fight. It's kind of like when you go out there and you get into a fight with a dude, right? And y'all about to go out there and fight, and then dude say, hey, man, I really don't want no smoke. And you beat him up. It's going to be like, come on, bro. Really? Why you do that? Like, you didn't even have to fight this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't even want no smoke with you. You know what I mean? You just going to be like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at Lamar. Lamar already like this. If Lamar come in the game like this, bro. Like, he got his hands up. He like, hey, man, hands up, don't shoot. You know, that's how Lamar coming into the game right out the gate. So I can't put impressive on the Chiefs for that because Lamar already quit. He already gave up. And what did the media say? What did the narrative say? Lamar quit. Lamar quit on his team. Lamar quit on his team. But Lamar, people don't realize Lamar had already given up. He been and gave up. The man said, Patrick Mahomes is my kryptonite. Like, it's over. So I can't give impressive to that. The only part that was impressive to me was the fact that we came in limping and we got it done. But other than that, I can't give us no strike. I can't give us no check for that.
Okay. I actually think the Giants game was impressive because of the all the can our line, can the rookie deal with that D line? And I thought they did a great job with that D line. I thought that was the game that told them that they can play as a unit.
I mean, I understand what you're saying as far as like the camaraderie of it and the coming together moment, you know what I'm saying? The kumbaya moment for the O-line. Like, I get that part, right? But it's not impressive to be Russell.
I think you were spot on with your answers. I think you were correct. Yeah. And you're right. It's like from a team win, not impressive. But all these games I could find, even with the Colts, I could find something to build on, and that's what we're supposed to be doing anyway. Like, we're building to something. My only thing with the Colts, when people say the Colts are up there with the Chiefs, I'm like, man, we've been doing it like 8 years.
I mean, listen, I can't. If you look at it from a longevity standpoint, it's to me, it's kind of like that weird LeBron James, Michael Jordan talk, right? To me, it's weird to bring up longevity as the reason that you're in this conversation, right? So it's kind of weird for me to bring up our past 8 years to say that the Colts can't be on our level because of our past 8 years. I have to grade it off of what we see right here, like what's in our face. You know what I'm saying? And right now, what's in our face is the Colts have a better defense. The Colts have a better offense. As of right now, what we see in our face. Not saying that our offense ain't coming. Not saying our defense ain't coming either. But right now, as it stands, if everybody ran the table, we the number 2 seed. We're not the number 1 seed. You know what I mean? If everybody if everybody just played and stand pat the way they are, right? And just play out the rest of the season, the Colts are the number 1 seed. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, we have to, like, for me, I try to base it off of what I actually see right here, right now, and not like put our past into it. Because if you put our past into it, then it gets gray. It gets in the gray area because.
Well, I'm not putting it past in for like some type of like longevity award. I'm just saying that Daniels was garbage.
Yep.
Colts, garbage. Defense, good.
Yeah.
They have a new coach too, or second-year coach.
Yes, second-year coach.
Second-year coach.
Mm-hmm.
And we started the season with their first-round draft pick quarterback. And then Daniels had to come in when he got hurt, right?
Yep.
And you run off a couple scrub victories, and you are up there with the Chiefs and the Bills.
Well, this is what I'll say. Didn't we played some common opponents?
Mm-hmm.
One of the common opponents that beat us was the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they broke the Chargers back. They took the boat and threw the boat back at them. You know what I'm saying? They thought they were gonna come down and shock those horses. Those horses came through, grabbed that boat, and turned it around and stabbed them with the boat. Right?
That was unimpressive.
They broke the boat back. They broke the Chargers back, bro. They broke them. We didn't even show up for the Chargers.
No, we almost won that game.
We were in the game.
Yeah, we were in the game.
We were in the game. I'm not saying we wasn't in the game. When I say we didn't show up for that game, meaning that they were like the effort that we put forth the last 4 of these 5 games. That's the effort you want to see from the Chiefs, right? We didn't put forth no effort like that versus the Chargers, and the Chargers beat us. They went out there and they stomped the Chargers at their house. They went to the Chargers' house and put their feet up on a coffee table, went in a refrigerator, and was like, "Hey man, what y'all got in here to eat? I'm gonna eat all your food. Matter of fact, you know what? Hey man, I'm gonna need you to go lay on the couch. I'm gonna lay in the bed with your wife." Like,
I mean,
that's how they did it.
Yeah. He gonna eat the food and get the wife.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you. They did a bad, bro. They did a bad, bro. God, dog.
Hey, that's a beat down.
Yeah.
Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's a beat down. But the score is only a 2 touchdown. But they beat them down. But here's my question. Not rebuttal, but this is my deal is, what would we do with what would that game, that team last week against the Chargers, the Chargers this week would do the same thing?
I'm not. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that, because, and I'm gonna tell you why I say I can't tell you that. The Chargers always play us tough. When have we ever not had a tough game against the Chargers? You can't think about it. You can't think of a time where the Chargers ain't played us tough. Now, granted, division foe and opponents, they always play each other hard. I mean, look, Cleveland could be the worst team in the NFL, right? Let them play the Steelers. Let them play the Browns or the Bengals. They're going to play them tough. Same thing with us, bro. Like, we could, I mean, you remember that one year, the Raiders beat us at the end of the year. Like, it was like, what? The Raiders won? And then we turn around this year, 93 yards of offense, total yards. No scores, no nothing. You see what I'm saying?
And don't get me wrong, I'm not poo-pooing the coach.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the quarterback, in the MVP running.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, though, is I'm not ready to say, after I'm looking at the schedule, after one good win, which is the best win because it was the last win, right? Meaning they built to something.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to say, dang, these dudes up there with the Chiefs. These dudes up there with the Bills. These dudes up. I'm going to wait till about week 13, week 11. 11, 13 is when I start figuring out the real squads. Because everybody got, I don't really know what their team was needing to work on, but like with us, we got to get our offensive line going. We got to get this defensive line gelling. You know, the first game of the season, we looked extremely horrible in our secondary against those Chargers. Now we, you know what I mean? We kind of getting that figured out. Coaches figuring out. So I think around week 13, week 11, we'll see who the Colts really are. I mean, their upcoming game is against the Titans, so I'm assuming that's a win.
Yep.
And then they go to the Steelers. I'm assuming that's a dog fight. Then they go to Falcons. I mean, they should win that. Coin flip, maybe. Then they come to the Chiefs. I mean, that's a loss. Texas, that's a win. Jaguar, that could be a win.
Let me ask you a question. What happens if the coach beats us?
What happened?
What happens if the coach beats us?
If the coach beat us?
If the coach was to beat us, would you recognize him?
Because they would. Yeah, because they would have more than just one good win. They have more than just the Chargers win.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you a question. All
right.
What happens if the Colts lose the next 3 games?
If the Colts lose the next 3 games.
I mean, not the Colts. The Chargers lose the next 3 games.
Okay. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. That is a strong possibility because they got a lot of offensive linemen hurt. Okay.
And the Colts got a strong possibility that took advantage of a lot of hurt offensive linemen.
Okay, but listen, the same thing can be said about us when we face the teams we face too.
No, because we're not.
Gino is trash. Gino is trash.
I thought you meant when our offensive line was hurt.
No, I'm talking about Gino. I'm talking about the teams that we face. I'm saying, listen, we ran off 4 games, right? Let's look at the 4 games. The Giants, okay, the Ravens, okay. It was the Giants, the Ravens, Detroit, and we just beat the Raiders. So let's look at the line. Let's look at the Giants game. Hashtag watch Russell Wilson. He's washed and he can't score. And you see what they put Dart in. Now they're a competitive team. Russell Wilson was the problem.
But the game before that,
and we faced them. And we
game before that, they beat the Cowboys and my man 450 yards.
Listen, but Malik Neighbors got hurt that game too.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So we should have dog walked them and we didn't. For real. We should have, and we didn't. We played Baltimore with all their starters gone. Basically, all their defensive front is gone. Okay. So, all right, let's do that. The next team was the Detroit Lions. Now, I can't really put nothing on Detroit besides, their secondary was hurt. That's the only thing you can give them.
You can't say that because they just beat everybody's favorite darling bake show.
But their starters wasn't there. Their starters wasn't there. So they
starters wasn't there.
Detroit secondary wasn't all there, bro.
Detroit secondary wasn't in the game last night either.
I know it. I'm just all I'm trying to point out is this right here. We're playing against teams who are like physically hurt. So what I'm saying is, if we all playing against teams that's physically hurt on a whole totality scale, right? Mm-hmm. I'm saying the Colts are playing against teams and they hurt. We're playing against teams and they hurt. The only difference is the Colts are dominating those teams that are hurt. We're not.
Let me go through one more time. You gave the Colts props for having a 1-point victory over the Broncos.
The Broncos, but listen, and you gave the top 5 defense. Okay, the Broncos the top 5 defense.
And then you gave
food
on the Giants, who just lost by 1 point to the Broncos.
Okay, listen, I poo-pooed on the Giants,
and they dominated the Broncos.
I'm poo-pooing on the Giants. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my honest opinion, and it might not be the hottest take, and Kansas City might not like what I'm gonna say either. Okay. Had Dart been playing that game, we lose against the Giants.
Oh.
I'm telling you, had Dart been playing that game, we lose against the Giants. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. The same reason why we lost to Trevor Lawrence. At that time, we were not prepared to stop the quarterback from running. We were not prepared to spy a quarterback. We wasn't prepared for that.
The reason why I say no, and you got to remember, Trevor runs were timely runs, daggers. But the person that was the shocker was the rookie having a game in Travis Hunter. That was the dude. That was the X factor of that game that the Giants wouldn't have had because Neighbors was out. That's why I say
to me, what Travis Hunter did, that wasn't even an X factor moment to me. To me, the X factor was Trevor Lawrence's legs and untimely situations, and our defensive coordinator acting like he didn't know what the hell to do.
No, okay? It was our defensive coordinator. It was our defensive coordinator acting like Travis Hunter was Jerry Rice.
No, I can't listen. He only had 50-some yards, bro. He had 50-some yards.
No, he had 101. He had 100.
He had 50-some yards.
That was his breakout game. 86 or something like that.
Man, listen, everybody have a breakout game against us. What do you mean? It's not this ain't nothing new.
Not anymore. Not anymore. See, your homer level dropping right before our eyes.
No, my homer level ain't dropping. I just be giving the facts, though. That's all. Travis Hunter's stats against the Chiefs. He had 3 receptions for 64 yards, bro. That ain't no breakout game.
Breakout
game. No breakout game. So that's what I'm saying. The
breakout game for him.
No, listen. The breakout was our defensive coordinator letting this dude run around. He ran around the NFL.
I can't put that on. I cannot put that 100% on the defensive coordinator. I put it on coordinator.
I put it on the coordinator.
And I put it on Bolton. And I think that let me finish. I think Bolton. I think the coordinator thought Bolton still had some stuff. And after that game, coordinator was like, I ain't got my same guy. And now he playing Bolton different. So I think going into the game, and this has been our knock on the Chiefs since the Worthy injury. Like, what adjustments? Right? Yeah. Okay, they went to the game like, okay, Bolton's gonna cover the middle on pass plays. After the 8th time, so that's why I say that, and that's when we were going back and forth about, man, if they only use the players to their strengths, we'll be all right. And then the last couple games, they started doing that. Now, to your point about the Colts, they might be the real deal. I'm gonna give it a couple more games. I'm not poo-pooing on any of their wins because all the wins in the NFL are great. But I will say that I just don't see the rush for everybody to put them, as class of the AFC when everybody trying to figure some stuff out. Because
I mean, I'm not willing to say they're the class of the AFC, but their record reflect that they're the class of the AFC right now. As of right now, their record does reflect.
I mean, the record is what it is. So
that's what I'm saying.
That's a true statement. But I want to first see them get out that whack division. I want to see them go. They don't play them, but I like to see them go up there and see what Flacco and Burrow gonna do. I mean, Flacco and the Bengals gonna do. I think the Bengals will get them.
No, I don't think so. I don't think the Bengals can fool them. I don't think the Bengals. I'm gonna tell you why. It's 2 reasons why I know the Bengals ain't gonna be able to fool them. All right, but I gotta go back to something you said about the Chiefs and that Jaguar game, and you said you think it's Bolton and it ain't the D coordinator. This is why I say it's the D
both. I said both.
Yeah, both. You said both of them. I'm saying I'm telling you it's the D coordinator, and this is why I'm telling you that. Right before the half, when they was getting ready to start trying to drive down that field, the D coordinator put a spy on that boy. We spied him for the last 3 plays before halftime. We spied him. After halftime, we didn't spy him again. Those 3 plays we spied him. We spied him with Bolton. We spied him with other defensive players. We spied him with a defensive end. We spied him with a DN. We spied him with Bolton. And my point is this right here. After that, we never spied him again. And he was taking off and running and taking advantage of that. And that's why I say that Spags saw it, he did something, and then quit. That's on Spags. That ain't on Bolton. That's on Spags.
That's on Spags. But I'm saying the Bolton part for me is more so the pass coverage and using them out of position, right?
Yeah, listen. We both know that. Like
I'm saying that going into that game, everybody in Chiefs Nation thought he could do that. After that game, everybody in Chiefs Nation knew. Well, except for us. But yeah. I'm talking about, going into that game, people thought they had M-I-Z-Z-O-U Bolton, and so did Spags. And after that game, I think, and here's another thing, man, especially on these early games. I can't prove this, but in these early games, I think to keep the player in the locker room, I think they're like, we're just going to have to make it through with what we said we was going to do because we don't want to embarrass this dude right now. We'll go back. We'll have some talks. We'll work on it. And then we'll be like, okay, this is how we're going to play defense now, as opposed to Bolton. Because of you, we getting dealt with. But I see your point. But I think Spags and the players when they were out of position, because I think Bolton still got elite talent when we use them right. Yeah, like Travis. He's like the defensive Travis Kelce. Use him right, you got your boy back. Use them wrong, and that's why I think the Chiefs. That's why I think the Chiefs wins are more impressive, no matter who they play against, because we're figuring out how to use our players.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, now the Colts thing. The Colts, I will say this: as far as their record say they're the cream of the crop. And you can't dispute that part of it. You know what I mean? Like that's undisputable. They records say they are who we thought they are. Until they show otherwise, I mean, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. But like I said, there is that scenario to where what's going to happen when you ask Daniel Jones to win the game? Like, what's going to happen? Is he going to go back to butt fumbling? Is he going to go back to doing the Mark Sanchez? Is he, like we don't know because he ain't been put in that situation. Now, when the game got tight against the Denver Broncos and he had to lead them to come back, I will say this: he did it. He did it. I can't say he's going to do it every time, but the one time he had to do it, he did it. And I think that plays into what I said about the Colts last year, that I told everybody that the reason why these new coordinators and coaches are failing at these positions is because they get in their own head and they get this ideal that they don't like my offense is my offense. Right. And you got to start running the offense to what you have. Like the players that you have, you got to cater to them. And that's the reason why Daniel Jones is having such a special year. That's the reason why Sam Darnold's having a great year, is because these coaches have figured out, guess what? This is who I got. I'm going to cater to your strength.
Yeah, and I think that's why the records look good. I think that's why the records can look good until the tape gets circulated and we get into some time where we can focus on these guys. You know, like in playoff scenarios. I'm not taking anything away from the Colts. I'm not taking anything away from Dane. What I am saying is it's a little early, and they play in a pretty garbage league. So I would expect them to have a good record because they're the best in their division. Their division's pretty bad. Okay. I mean, they play against Tennessee. They play against Jacksonville, even though Jacksonville beat us. And they play against some teams. And Jacksonville, has a decent record. But would you say Jacksonville is all that?
No, but Jacksonville don't look like the Colts. Let's just be honest. Jacksonville don't got a defense. They got a defense, but they don't got a top 5 defense like the Colts do. They don't got a top 5 rushing game like the Colts do. They don't got a top offense like the Colts do. That's the difference. Like the Colts, like the only one I'm shouting the Colts out and giving them their love is because they got a top 5 offense. They got a top 5 defense. They got a top 5 rushing game. They in the top 5 of all the major key stats. It says, hey, I'm above average. I'm not in the pack. You know what I'm saying? I'm above the pack right now. They got that. That's what I'm saying.
Top 5 based on various. Atlanta Falcons ranked number 1 for total defense.
Yep, facts.
Cleveland Browns ranked number 2.
Yep.
In total defense. Indianapolis Colts ranked number 1 for New England Patriots. They got the Kansas City Chiefs. They got the Minnesota Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. All I can say is we'll see. I'm just saying I'm a reserve, just like I reserve the right not to go crazy. why you laughing? Not to go crazy over the Chiefs. Like I'm not gonna go crazy. I didn't go crazy over the Chiefs when that dude's like, "Hey man," when I was out of town, I told you that time the dude's like, "My team sucked too." I was like, "Oh, my team just trying to figure out how to play with each other. You gonna see who suck in a minute." So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like just like everybody said, the Commanders was all that. We'll see. Now the Commanders came to earth. Broncos, Bo Nix came to earth. They should have lost that game. That was a good win for them though to pull it out. Shows
Man, I was mad as hell about that one.
Shows some grit. Bills have a bad game. They want to throw them out with the bath water. That they may bounce back. Detroit Lions had a game against us where it was pretty easy to beat them. Then they come back and beat the Baker Mayfield and the crew, and now they're back. I mean, this wishy-washiness is just getting out of control. That daggone. I mean, Tampa Bay, pretty garbage division too. They went to some,
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I'm on the Colts is because this right here. If you look at what you just said, you just called it out. You said it best. You said it's a bunch of wishy-washy. We lose, we down. We not that team no more. We win, we back. The Colts, the Buccaneers lose, they down, they not, then they win, they back. Detroit, they was just trash, and then now they back because they beat the Bucks. Now they back. The one thing you can say about the Colts, you ain't never said that the Colts went anywhere. They just
never said what?
We ain't said that the Colts been there or they up, they down. They just been right there steady. That all I'm saying is they the only steady team with no.
But I'm saying they wasn't steady. They got stabilized. They got stabilized with Daniels because when they was out there running with that, they started the season with that boy. It was looking.
Yeah, but we the only stable. Like they the only stable squad though. Like. Right now, if we to turn around, let's just hear me out. If we to turn around right now and we lose to the Commanders, which I don't think we're gonna, right? Well, let's say we lose to the Commanders, right? Because we know it's Mariota playing too. Mariota got a thing for us. But let's say we lose to the Commanders. Everybody and their mama gonna say, "Oh man, the Chiefs are they not really back. They fell off." The talking heads gonna go crazy, right? But if we win that game, the talking heads gonna also go crazy and say, "Man, them Chiefs, look at them boys. They this, they that." All I'm saying is you can't say that, and you ain't heard that about the Colts. That's what I'm saying. They just been even killed.
I have not heard that about the Colts. You're right. Yeah. But only thing I heard about the Colts is what I said about the Colts. And what I said about the Colts was, let me see a couple more games because some of those games are against some trash squads, and I think the Broncos is a good bad offensive squad. So that's good for the offense. That's good for them to win a game like that. So I give it to them, and I'm rooting for them because I like seeing new teams, balling. I like seeing new guys playing great. But I just don't see how we're in week 8 next week.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting close to where they're legit. Like we're getting close to the halfway point to where it's like, okay, we gotta look out for them. But it's kind of tough because there are no real challenging games coming up.
There really isn't. Like the one thing about it is this is the year where it's a lot of parity. Like this year is a lot of parity. There's no real dominant team. The closest thing that you could probably call dominant, and it's jacked up, it's the Colts. It's the Colts. That's the only. And even though they played a lot of bums, but they still, that's the only team that you can say that didn't go from here to here, back to here, or from here to down here to back up there. That's the one team that just been there. They just been there. And those are the kind of teams that can be scary. That's all I'm saying. Those are the kind of teams that can just be scary because they can fly under the radar because people don't pay them no mind.
Let me tell you what I think it is. I just figured out what it is. This is what it is with all Chiefs fans in Kansas City. We just scared of the Colts because we know that they have our number. That's all it is. That's all. We give them too much props. We remember those old playoff games. See that's in the past.
I didn't think about that, T.
That's in the past. See, you got some of that too. You got some of that too, right there.
I didn't even think about that. That never crossed my mind.
Yes,
only thing crossed my mind, to be honest.
Yes, it crossed your mind so fast you didn't even see it.
Listen, only thing ever crossed my mind, T, is that, like I said, the Colts are the one team that ain't going from here to here to here, back to here. They the team that just been coasting and doing their thing and flying under the radar, and people ain't just been giving them no props. I'm just saying, hey,
I 100% agree with that if you just, looking at wins and loss. But I'm gonna go through these guys again.
But I'll be watching their games.
I got it. But tell me, when can you go here to here to here to here when you hear these Dolphins? Where you gonna go?
You're going straight down if you lose. You're going straight down if you lose.
But you
won.
But if you, to your point, if you got some skill, you're gonna win that game.
You're supposed to win that game.
So I'm not saying you don't have skill. So I don't want you to misunderstand it. I'm saying they're the old Colts. I'm not saying they're the old Colts.
Okay.
I'm saying that I don't see how you go from being the old Colts to the Chiefs.
Yeah. I'm not saying the Colts going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not saying the Colts going to win the AFC Championship.
Or the Bills.
Listen. I'm telling you right now, as it stands, the Colts are better than as a whole team, as a unit. Okay? They are better than the Bills as a unit, bro. They are as a whole team. The only thing that the Bills got on them is Josh Allen. That's it.
I feel you. I agree. If you take the time and think about the Bills team this year, not last year or the other years, I would agree, because the Bills defense is garbage and the offense is Allen.
Exactly. So and then if you swap those two teams' quarterbacks, if you took Josh Allen and you put him on the Colts, right? We talking right now. The way the Colts
you put Josh Allen on the Colts. How does that song go when Terry Bradshaw be bringing you the trophy?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. But that's Josh Allen. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Because Josh Allen taking scrubs to the AFC. You give him a couple good players. Give him a couple dogs.
Go ahead, Billy Bob. Ask whatever question you want, brother. Ask whatever question you want.
Sorry, Billy Bob.
But if you look at that and you say you take that boy and you swap them quarterbacks, right? We 100% saying, oh man, the Colts is like that. We said we 100% they like that then. But if you took Daniel Jones and you put him over there with Josh Allen and he wins, you're not looking at the Bills the same way. You're just gonna be like, okay, they won. They win.
Well, if you put Josh Allen on, name me one team you cannot put Josh Allen on, and you're not that.
Okay, since you want the answer, I'm gonna give it to you. But you want Tennessee? They ain't winning the goddamn game.
You put him on Tennessee, he the Bills. No defense, and he gonna make the offense work.
No, he not. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he got Cook back there, and Cook can help him. He ain't got Cook there. He won't have Cook there. He won't have them tight ends there either. And he love them tight ends. Like, he ain't gonna have them tight ends.
That's good.
You see what I'm saying?
No, that's good.
So that's all I'm saying.
But I'm saying when you beat
go ahead.
When you beat the let me run through these squads again. When you beat the Dolphins, Tennessee, the Raiders, and the Cardinals, And then your good win is the Broncos by 1.
Okay.
You all that?
Yeah, listen, I hear you, but listen, didn't the Dolphins dang near beat? Didn't the Dolphins dang near beat Josh Allen and the Bills? Because I believe they damn near they almost beat them.
The score was 21-31, but I think it was close to the end.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They almost
Two ahead of game. 2 ahead of game.
Yeah, they almost beat them. So you can't really discredit the Broncos. I mean, Miami as much as you're trying to, because Miami been in all their games with the exception of this last game where Tua just decided he didn't want to play against Cleveland.
Come on, dog. Now don't do that. Dolphins garbage, garbage from top to bottom, and Allen then grew his hair out. He grew his hair out. He grew his hair out, and the game's gonna be how they're gonna be this year. You know that. He was out there on that MVP banquet, going to all the shows, eating all the ham hock. He was eating beef. Like, forgot to eat the chicken. He can't. Josh not down there yet. But I get your point. But my point is valid also in that we can give them time to see, because I just think I don't like their best win being the Broncos.
I mean, I get you. I get it.
But the Broncos are much around beast stuff.
Let's put it like this. Your point is valid. I'm not valid, and I'm not trying to stamp it as invalid at all. Your point is 100% valid. I'm just pointing out that by the time we recognize or we try to put eyes that the Colts are there, they might be the number 1 seed because we overlook them.
They might be, but I think shoot, man, I'm looking at only tough games they got coming up is maybe the Steelers
and the
Chiefs and the Seahawks. Oh, well, the 49ers, but they got the quarterback out. These dudes they can walk into a high seed, no doubt.
That's what I'm saying.
No doubt.
And by the time we pay attention to that, that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that as a Chiefs fan, like, how we watch the AFC West and we be like, dang, I want a Denver to get knocked off. You know what I mean? Right. I'm just saying, as a Chiefs fan, we need to stop doing this with just our division and maybe like look down there and say, hey, okay,
I do think you got to peek out. You got to peek out, but I did already peeked. I saw what I needed to see. I will get back home and focus because I see that. So this is what will happen. And you a student of the game, and this happens all the time with 1 or 2 teams a year.
Yeah,
they have that loser schedule.
Yep.
They think they're more than what they are.
Yep.
Then they run into the playoffs. They run into the big boys.
They run into the big boys. And that's all I'm saying with the Colts is that I don't need to pay attention to the Colts in their season. The Colts need to pay attention to the Colts in their season, not read the clippings, not read the press clippings, and not think, just because we get our division guys 2 times that we're all that. Yeah. Because Seattle could be a tough one, Chiefs could be a tough one, 49ers, depending on, Warner's hurt, quarterback's hurt, Falcons, dog, if we had this schedule, Bills had this schedule, Philly had this schedule, Baker had this schedule. Baker almost have a schedule. He has a similar schedule. Yeah, these dudes gonna be running and they're gonna be looking, record-wise, great. Now, what I want to see is when you go against the Rams, can you get that with this weak schedule? Because you also seen teams with weak schedules, like the old Patriots squads when their division was weak, but they'll come out of their division and get you. Yeah.
Patriots go from Boston, fly to LA, get them, come on back to the crib. Right?
Right.
I haven't seen that yet.
We haven't seen that yet. I'm gonna tell you what.
Well, the Chargers.
This is what we're gonna call it. We're gonna see how they play against us. We're gonna see how they play against us. Because by the time they play against us, that'll be what, week 12, somewhere in there. Week 10 to 12 in there. So once we let them see how we play against them and see how tough that coach defense is, because I'm gonna tell you something that I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm gonna drop this gem on you. There's always been a defense that always gave us a problem. The Bengals defense. The Bengals always gave us problems on defense, and they could be the crappiest defense all year long. The moment they saw us, man, that was like number one defense ever. You know what I mean? For some strange reason, only the Bengals. Only the Bengals.
DB's backpedaling right.
Yeah,
Trey going crazy.
Everything it's weird, but this is the difference. The defensive coordinator for the Colts is Lou Amaruno. That's the defensive coordinator that used to be at the Bengals. And all I'm gonna try to tell you is this right here: if there's anybody who knows how to get us, if there's anybody who knows how to get us, that guy. I'm just telling you, he knows the answers. He has the answers, and he got the horses to do it. I'm not saying he's gonna do it, but he got the answers and he got the horses.
That's all. This is what I'm gonna say. Before we get to the Chiefs game, I'm gonna see what they do with the Steelers. Next week they play the Tennessee. They're gonna do what they do with Tennessee and still be riding high. I'm gonna see what they're gonna do with the Steelers, right?
Okay.
Offense to their defense.
Okay.
And to see if their defense can get with Aaron Rodgers, who's kind of looking like throwback cock a little bit. I'm gonna see that first, and then I'm gonna see that tough. I'm thinking that's gonna be a tougher game. They may win, but it may be a tougher game. But then I want to see how they come up against the Falcons, right?
The number one defense in the NFL.
Then you then you come back to the Falcons. They get those games in convincing fashion. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they come up and work the Chiefs. Now, here's what's gonna happen with the Chiefs. I'm trying to tell you. This Chiefs squad, dog, in 3 games, 1, 2, in 4 games. It's gonna be like nothing we ever seen before. Okay. I haven't felt like this since I was a kid living in St. Louis watching The Greatest Show on Turf. And I went into this year telling people, this is the greatest show on turf, but it's gonna be on grass field. And speaking of that, let these boys, the Colts, get up out of that dome when the weather turns.
I mean, that could be a true statement, but like you said, I'm looking at their record, I'm looking at their schedule, and the way that they plan and their record and their schedule, right, dictates that I'm gonna say they might be the number one seed. The way that they play.
I'm gonna say that they definitely got a shot to be a number one seed based on who they play.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, they definitely do. If they get past Steelers, Falcons, Chiefs, go 2-1, 3-0, yeah, they.
Yeah, that's
Corey Richardson.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you know they rip it all on the chest.
Yeah,
they in there, but I want to see them do it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They got to do it. Like, listen, like we can speculate about it, but they got to do it. You're right about that. They gotta actually do something. You know what I'm saying? Like Shay Sharp say, do something for two something. You know what I'm saying?
I just wish they didn't have the Titans this week coming off that Chargers victory to see them, because we still won't get to see them because this Titan team is.
That's what I'm saying. The week after that, though, that, we're gonna see them. We're gonna see them.
We're gonna get to see. Yeah. That'll be a good week 10-ish. That's when you start seeing who the squads are anyway.
That's what I'm saying. So all I'm saying is I'm not overlooking the Colts. I just know that they are. Listen, even though I feel like everybody's in our rearview mirror, right? I'm just gonna be honest. I told you my home level's on 1 billion. Okay. Like everybody's in our rearview mirror. Okay. That's how I feel about it. But I'm acknowledging the teams that could be a problem. That's all.
No, I hear that. Because the way I look at it is I first, take a look at my squad, see if they straight. They wasn't. So now, I'm over here focused. I'm like, Beach, what's up? King Suma, what's up? CJ, why we loafing? Bolton, why you not going to get the quarterback? Spags, where the spy at?
Yeah.
And now that we got that,
All that.
which I would like this, I want to say now that we got that fixed, now I can start peeking over the fence, looking at somebody else's yard, because I couldn't look at the coach like you looked at the coach yet, because man, I was too focused on the crib.
Was in our yard.
Yeah, and then I saw the Bills I kind of peeped them out early with the defense. They got some serious problems on D.
Yeah,
they got
and they always hurt. And then you know, coming into the season, I'm looking at Baltimore, so I don't got to look at them anymore. I had my eye on, you know, some NFC squads like the Commanders. I'm not really that, you know, they got injury to the quarterback, and yep.
I just don't like the Eagles game. It's just boring. I don't like the tush pushing, but they shocked me. I'm more, you know, concerned about the Eagles over the Colts if they're gonna pass the ball like that.
Listen, you know what? I'm gonna be, you know, my home level through the roof, but it's only one team. It's only one team I'm really afraid of, and I ain't afraid of them because we don't know if they're gonna show up or not. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if they're gonna show up or not.
The Rams.
It's only one team that I think can give us the real run for our money. I think it's the Rams, and I really believe it's the Rams. I don't believe it's Detroit. I don't believe it's the Eagles. I don't believe it's the freaking Commanders. I don't believe it's Dallas. I don't believe in none of that stuff over the NFC. The only team that got me like if we face them, it depends on how they come out, is the Rams. Like everybody else, I'm like, all right, whatever. Like,
yeah, I'm not.
You gonna have to play your A++++ game to beat us. You dig what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I'm not afraid of. I'm not afraid of any squad. If you want to talk about fear and whatnot, and fear of losing the game, I'm not afraid. I don't think anybody in the league can beat us if we play our game. But I do think we can beat other teams, even if they do play their games.
That's what I'm saying. Like the only team, like every team has to come out when they play us. They got to be on a A+++ game to beat us. Like, I'm just being honest. They have to be to beat us. That's how good we are as a team. But the one team that could come out and match that energy on the defensive side that could give us problems, like what Philly did last year, is the Rams.
See,
Philly could give us that kind of problem. I mean, the Rams could give us that kind of problem. I don't think Philly can more.
I don't think they can. I don't think so from a matchup standpoint, more so than anything, because I just don't see. Billy Bob got a question.
I mean, he ain't answered it yet, and so I mean, I guess he don't want to talk about it.
I just, man, you remember that Greatest Show on Turf Squads, right?
Yeah.
Man, it is something about those bumblebees, those gnats out there making your last week defense confused this week, right? So those Rams, they could be, you know, we're playing against Tampa, we're playing against Saquon, and you know, defensive line getting after them, defensive line, you know, tackle for loss, defensive line, you know, the linebackers are, you know, dancing. That same defense play against 5 wide, 4 wide, and a bumblebee in the backfield in Bradford Smith. Defense neutralized.
Okay, but this is why I say the Rams is that scary team for us, is because this right here, where we can be taken advantage of on defense, okay, is we can be ran against, and the Rams will run the ball as long as they don't get beside themselves, right? They will run the ball, and they can run the ball. The other thing is this right here. We don't got nobody to cover Devontae Adams or Puka Nacua. I don't care what you say. We don't. We just don't, bro. We just don't. We just don't. I'm just being honest. We just don't.
We do.
You know what I mean?
We don't.
We don't. Listen. One thing about Trent McDuffie, he can't handle a physical receiver. We know that. That's why Brown abused him. That's why Brown abused him. Okay, Brown took his bet out, and he whooped Trent. He told Trent, "Hey man, I'm your father. You are my son. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I am the father." You know what I mean? Like he did him. He did him in, bro. I'm just being honest. He did him in. He can handle those small slot guys. He can handle that. But those big physical guys, he struggles with those kind of guys, bro. And I'm telling you, he can't cover Devontae Adams, bro. Not covering. He can stay with him, but he can't cover him, is what I'm telling you. And then when you got to go to that other side to Puka Nacua, Watson, you think Watson got something for Puka Nacua? Listen. The closest thing we're going to have is Noel, but we don't know if Noel going to play or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would like to see Noel over there on him. I would like to see Noel on Devontae, to be honest. And I would like to see Noel on Devontae. I'd like to see Trent on Puka. And the reason why I say that is because that's a better matchup for Trent Williams. I mean, for Trent McDuffie. You know what I'm saying? And that's a better matchup for Noel. You know what I'm saying? So, but the question is our staff going to move those guys around? Like we always say, put the players in a better position.
Right. As
we stand right now, Trent would be on Devontae Adams. Bad idea, bro.
Yeah.
Bad idea. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you something that's not impressive to me.
Okay.
And that is, I'm trying to pull. I don't want you to fact check me. You over there CNN and your boy going to the you over there CNN and like I'm Trump getting straight fact checked in the middle of the debate.
Man,
I'm not gonna go bananas over Devontae Adams 3 touchdowns and 35 yards. People going crazy over 3 touchdowns. Yeah, that would be a weakness for McD because taller guys up tall balls, high balls, could be a touchdown on him too.
Yes.
But I think the Spags effects, we wouldn't do that the way Jaguars did that.
Show me where Spags has shown you that he wouldn't do that because we watched it in the Super Bowl. Bro, against Philly. He abused him. He abused him, man. He abused that boy. You watched it. I mean, it was obvious. It was fair, clear, and obvious. And Spags did nothing to help him.
You think AJ and Devontae the same at this stage of Devontae's game?
You say what?
You think AJ is the same as Devontae at, old Devontae, young AJ?
No. I'm not saying. Listen, Devontae is a better route runner. Devontae is more polished, right, than AJ Brown. But what I'm saying is Trent McDuffie don't cover tall, big, strong, aggressive receivers well. He just don't play well against them. You know what I'm saying?
Deep.
Especially when they're going deep. Especially when they're going deep.
But if you're on the 7-yard line,
he gonna physical you out. He gonna physical you up. If he can be more physical than you, but that's what I'm saying. He can't out physical on AJ Brown. He ain't gonna be able to put hands on Devontae Smith. We already know that. That's not something that you do. We're not trying to downplay nobody. We gotta just keep it 100, man. We gotta keep it 100. How many times have you seen somebody go out there and physically hand check Devontae Adams? You ain't not too often.
Recently or throughout his career?
Throughout his career.
Well, I saw when he was trying to down there with the Jets last year. I haven't seen too many games this year.
But who gonna throw the ball?
Well,
with the Jets? You can all you want if you ain't got nobody to throw you the ball.
Look, he was down there with your Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers getting locked up. But this is what I'm gonna say though. It'll be a combination of his size and Matt Stafford's ball placement is how he would beat McD.
That's what I'm telling you. And that's what I'm telling you is because my next thing was going to say when you said the Jets, I was just going to tell you the Jets don't have Matt Stafford. The Jets don't have Matt Stafford. And no point did the Jets have a Matt Stafford type of quarterback. Aaron Rodgers ain't Matt Stafford. I'm just being honest. Listen, the way that they age, it's just totally different. Like Matt Stafford still got the arm. Aaron Rodgers ain't that.
I'm gonna watch the Rams game and put some real Actually, I'm gonna go watch the Ram games now because I got the ticket. I'm gonna watch the Ram games and I'm gonna watch Devontae because I watched a couple series throughout the year and it hadn't really wasn't there. You know, he getting a lot of balls now because Puka hurt, but when Puka's in the game, he doesn't even get balls.
Well, that's because they throw a lot. They throw a lot to Puka's way, and you got to realize they threw a lot to Puka's way. And at that point in time, they were doubling Puka. You know what I'm saying? They were doubling Puka, and they would keep a safety over the top for Devontae Adams. Now, teams up they trying to play him one-on-one. The Jags tried to play him one-on-one, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Now I guarantee you that this weekend, there's gonna be another safety on top of Devontae. I promise you.
Who do they play this weekend, you know?
Huh?
You know who they play?
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Who did the Rams play this weekend?
They play the Saints. He gonna go bananas.
Yeah, he gonna go bananas there, man.
Hey, wait till the weekend after before we have this conversation again.
maybe 2 weeks, really 2 weeks, because the next game is the 49ers and they ain't got no secondary either.
So, he about to get some of that coach love from you. The next
yeah. So the Seahawks game ought to be a better game. You know what I mean?
Dang,
so let's see what happens when we play that Seahawks. All I'm trying to tell you is, when you got Matt Stafford, I don't like when you got a Matt Stafford, you can make a receiver look. You can make a receiver look.
Yeah, Matt Stafford is that dude. No joke. Yeah, Matt Stafford with the gray beard, looking all old.
Yes, bro. It's like having a patty. It's like having a patty, bro. It's like having.
He even do the no looks.
Yes, it's like having a patty. It's like having a patty.
No, I like Matt. I like.
So that's what I'm saying. So with that being said, that's where I'm at with that. But
what you're saying is the passing game, not just Devontae Adams.
Yeah, it's the passing game, the whole structure.
I am on your side with that.
Yeah. It's just the
100% agree with that. 100%.
It's just the whole passing game.
Like saying Devontae, Adams is just gonna be out there giving it to McDuffie one, mano. Nah.
Like he gonna get mano, but at the same time, the fact that he got Stafford is gonna make it look like he really getting off on. I mean, listen.
This is McDuffie's helmet.
Yeah.
McDuffie gonna be right here, but the ball gonna be right here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say he lost the rep.
Well,
I'm gonna say that they beat the rep.
Listen. If you eating, all I'm gonna tell you is this: if you eating on my corner, and this is my island. Listen, when you go to Reeves Island, you don't eat. When you went to Tyler Island, you don't eat. Like when you went to Primetime Sanders Island, you don't eat.
This how it's gonna be. He's gonna be right here. Ball gonna be. You can't see my hand, but ball gonna be right there.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford. Okay.
Yeah. All I'm trying to tell you is he can't play against bigger. He can't play against them bigger, more physical receivers. He's struggling.
Matt Stafford.
But he's struggling against them, bro. Regardless.
Big show.
Listen, regardless, he's struggling against bigger. He struggled against bigger receivers, bro.
He does. Deep overhead, no doubt. But he's always in that chest.
And he's always there. And it don't do no good, though. It don't do no good. It's like, don't do no good. And that's all I'm saying is that
he's still getting out the first. But I misunderstood you. I thought you were saying he's just out there just getting like lost.
No, he there. But he can't defend that. That's all.
He can't do nothing. Well, how tall is he? 5'8". He can't do nothing.
Yeah, he's limited. He's limited, bro. His height limits him to what he can do. But that's all I'm saying. Those kind of receivers, hard for it. It's hard on the yard. Like I would prefer, like I said, if it's gonna come down, like if we was to play them in the Super Bowl, like I think that's who we're gonna play. I'm hoping the Spags say, hey, Trent, you traveling today. Wherever Puka go is where you gonna go. He can handle Puka. Like even when Puka's speed is cut back, he got Puka. He gonna lock Puka down. Like he gonna lock him down. Yeah, he gonna dog Puka, right? He gonna dog walk in. But if he gotta get out there on that outside and they get to throw that thing deep, man, it's probably gonna be a touchdown.
if you see that hand go up, every time I see that hand go, I'll be like,
God dog. You know what I mean? God dog. You know what time it is.
What I would like to see, I mean, like you said, you gotta peek over there sometime. I would like to see is Spags and them peeking. They're like, okay, we gotta get this Fulton guy going, or we gotta get this Knowles guy going, because we may have to face some taller big guys.
That's the point. That's the point, bro. That is my point right there. Like we gotta get where's Fulton at? Like, what's the deal with this kid, man? Like, we pay him a lot of bread to come from the Chargers.
That'd be $20 million for him to be watching Big Duffy get dealt with in the Super Bowl.
Bro, like, come on, bro.
That'll be a lot of money for him to be on the sideline with the best seat in the stadium at your position, watching somebody get dotted.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So,
and I'm not trusting. Like right now, I'm my trust level for Watson is it ain't even on screen. It ain't even on the screen.
No.
So therefore, I'm like, we need to see more Noel. Like we need to see more Noel Williams. We need to either Fulton. Like, is this the game that Fulton plays a whole game? Like, is this the game that Fulton's gonna come out and play? Like,
was he a healthy scratch? Or was he hurt?
I don't know. Let me see. Let me go see last week.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this much. If that's your Super Bowl prediction, right? If we can get 6-7 games out of Fulton or Noel Williams in a row, I think we'll be straight. But I think if we throw them in there like because somebody got hurt, so they had to run in.
Yeah.
Because I know one thing: aggressive Noel Williams is gonna get 6-7 flags.
I'm with it though. I'm with it.
You ain't gonna be with it in the Super Bowl. You ain't gonna be with it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be with it in the Super Bowl because listen, I'm willing to go through growing pains with a young guy who's gonna be aggressive and play hard, than to go out here and have a veteran back up 10 yards and give up a touchdown every time he get on the field, or he's backpedaling and he's scared, or he ain't tackling, or you know what I'm saying, he ain't playing with that edge. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather play with the edge, bro. I'd rather play with the edge. I'll take my chances.
Well, I say it like this: in the Super Bowl, I would be upset at the coaching staff for not getting the guy ready. If he got to walk in there because of an injury, but I don't know. I know it's fun to talk about it. It is fun to think about it. And it's fun in 4 months for us to revisit some of this stuff. I want you to say this so we can revisit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to see if he played, was he a healthy scratch last week? That's what I was trying to figure out. But they ain't released a injury report yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting to see. They ain't released any injury reports right now.
Because I know he had that ankle problem, and ankle with his style of play in his position, that's kind of tough.
Yeah. So,
but I like him though. I liked him when he was with the Chargers.
I did too. I thought he was going to be a key cog in our, with our defense, because I feel like if we could have got him on one side and we can get McDuffie on the other side, and then we could, sprinkle in Noel Williams to really get him some of that, that experience, bro. I think we can recreate that Snead McDuffie type of play.
That's what I thought they was doing. That's why I thought they wouldn't get it. But I tell you, to your point earlier, it's all a moot point if we can't get a rush.
You are not lying.
It's all a moot point. You out there 4-5 seconds, everybody gonna get twisted up.
Yeah, you're not lying about that, bro. Without a rush, it's kind of dead. Like, you can have all the best corners in the world, but if you can't put no pressure, it's a problem. We definitely got to figure out pressure, a pressure scenario where we ain't got to be blitzing every stinking down to get some pressure, bro.
Yeah,
that's
because the best blitzer is McDuffie, and we need him backpedaling.
Please believe.
Like that.
So, but man, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. We're gonna think for 2 hours and 30 minutes. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, bro. But we'll chop it up. So what I'm gonna do is every Tuesday, bro. We're gonna do it on Tuesdays because it's probably easier to just do it on the Tuesday. We'll start doing Q&A on every Tuesday, so that way we can enjoy Monday night and not have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes Monday night might be a good one. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
maybe I shouldn't get on the video because I be dominating the talking for the other people questions.
No, hey man, you good. When they listen, you good. When they want to chime in, they free to chime in at any point in time. You know what I mean? They can chime in. Like I said, Billy Bob, he said he had a Raiders question, but he didn't ask. He didn't ask.
Or maybe he missed our conversation on the Raiders. The Raiders game really couldn't nothing to talk about. We balled. They didn't.
You say we showed up, they did not.
I mean, I don't even know what you can talk about with that game. I wish they had their tight end so they could see what they could do if they had the Bowers.
I mean, listen, the only thing that would have happened was probably Bowers would have made some good catches for him. I'm not going to deny that. You know what I mean? Because we don't got. I mean, let's be honest. That's like one of our weak points is covering the tight end. You know
maybe
what I mean?
Maybe they got a couple of extra first downs.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe they would have got. You know what? I'm gonna give them this. Maybe they would have got past midfield.
That was a low blow.
Midfield.
Before you get off, I just saw this come across. Man, I hear that the Dallas Cowboys have reached out to the Raiders on Max Crosby.
Hey, and that would be crazy.
That would be.
Dallas has been. I don't know. I'm gonna put this out here. Dallas been reaching out to a lot of teams. Like I don't know if you know about this. They reached out to Cincinnati about Hendrick. They reached out to Cincinnati about Hendrick.
Recently?
Okay? Yeah.
Either one of those would be a great pickup for them.
Hey, but listen, this is what I would love to see. I would love to see us go get Max Crosby.
Max that coming to the crib.
Listen, Max said he would love to play with Pat Mahomes. I'm just telling you.
Max said that. Max said that.
He said it. He would love to play with Pat.
Recently.
He loved him some Pat. Like he loved Pat Mahomes. Him and Pat, they all right. But I don't think the Raiders would ever trade Max Crosby too.
Could I don't know. Could we afford him, or it'd be a 1-year rental type deal?
Probably a 1-year rental. Just put on the suit for a little bit. A 1-year rental, unless he come. I mean, only way we'd be able to keep Max Crosby, we'd have to let Chris go.
Why? You think they would want him? Oh, to keep him.
To keep him long term.
Yeah, dang man, it was real. It was real. I'll give him the bro everything. Give him a Big Mac on the way out. I'm not even trying to be ignorant like that, Chris. If you see this, I'm just saying. Man. Young Max Crosby for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
I like it.
Real.
It'll be real. Hey, it's been real. Real. What about you? Before you get off, what about you?
Man, hey.
From a GM standpoint, not a fan.
GM standpoint, Big Mac for sacks, you gotta go, baby.
From a fan, I don't want anybody to go. I don't even want Pop to go. You know, people talk about this Pop last year. We're not gonna sign him and all that. Yeah. I don't even want Pop to go. I didn't want us to get a running back because I don't want Pop or Hunt to not play for us. Yeah. I didn't want a running back. I wanted a lineman, defensive lineman.
But like you said, when I take my fan hat off and I put my GM hat on, we got to get into the paint. Got to put my GM hat on. Chris, you got to go. You know what I mean? But my fan hat say, sorry, Max, you can't be on this team.
Right. That GM hat's a son of a gun. That's a heavy crown. What they say, heavy as a crown.
Why you got to turn around. You got to go ahead and dig in. When you turn it around, you got to dig in. You know what I mean? You got to dig in. But I'll tell you, the fan hat says, oh, man, Chris got to stay. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Chris is the guy.
But you to turn the brim to the back. Chris,
man, I'm just saying, when the GMs in me, like in my, like, this is what, like, I'm gonna give you my ideal scenario for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is my ideal. Listen, this is my numero uno. You get this, game over. I don't care what you say, what you do, game is over. If we can somehow go to LA and talk that boy Aaron Donald into coming back, because he didn't kind of hinted at, Aaron Donald. He didn't kind of hinted at, he bored. He didn't kind of hinted at he's bored. Okay, so I'm just saying, and he been in shape. He's staying in shape because he work out with the Rams. The young defensive end for the Rams, they work out every year together, and he help him get ready for the games. Right, man.
Did he file his paperwork for retirement, or he just retired? Because sometimes they don't file the paperwork, and
he ain't filed, from my understanding.
So does that mean you still have ties to the Rams?
Yeah, there's.
So you have to make the moves.
Yeah, they probably have to give up something for him, but they would be willing because they've been without him all this time anyway. So they'd be willing to do something.
That'd be just like that time Sue came back around the same time off, around the same time of the year. That's plenty of time. Like you said, he's in shape. May not be in football shape. That's plenty of time to get ready for the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Listen, that's my ultimate dream. Go grab. Like if we go grab Aaron Donald, we convince Aaron Donald to come out of retirement, bro.
That would be nasty.
Chris Jones, Aaron Donald in the middle. Listen, Carlotta is gonna be a gang in. Carlotta is gonna be a gang by itself.
Shoot,
a minimum, it don't matter who you, bro. They can line me and you up on the edges at that point. We got it.
Man.
We got it.
Step too late. Step too late. Carlotta, you're gonna be giving up sacks to the interior lineman.
Yeah.
That would be nice. I would like to see. I would like to see that. I would just like to see a dominant person next to Chris in general, but I would like to see that if it could happen. Yeah. But I really thought it was going to be Trey in the offseason.
Yeah,
I thought, but then when they start giving up that money, I was like, "Dang, we guess we stick with what we got."
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if we can get a big name defensive tackle to go alongside of Chris Jones, I'd be happy. I would be happy. Just a big name, like Calais Campbell, maybe I would even take the Dallas Cowboys defensive tackle, the rookie, they second year player, Mozzie or whatever his name is, came out of Michigan. I would take him, or Billy Collins from the Browns. If we can get somebody just a run stopper, somebody who can put pressure up the middle, just put somebody with that one stop gap technique next to Chris Jones that can be dominant at doing, right? I promise you, bro. We do that.
Man, it's just that we don't have all of our valuable assets to get people like that ruin our offense. Like, can't give you one of our receivers. I don't want to give any of them up, including Juju.
Listen, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm willing to part with Juju.
Man,
in the first round. I'm willing to part with Juju. And maybe a 32 pick to get a dominant defensive tackle to go beside Chris Jones. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. I'm gonna tell you why.
Royals.
This is why. We got Royals. That's one. And then two, we got Rameek. You know what I'm saying? Remigio. I'm like, and then we got Thornton too. You know what I mean? We got enough receivers. We got enough receiver depth that we could let Juju go, bro. Like, we could let Juju go. I don't want to let Juju go. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying if I had an option to get a good D tackle, and I had to give up a receiver, I would be willing to part with Thornton. I would be willing to part with Juju. And that's it. And listen, unless it was a dominant D tackle, like a big face D tackle, I'd even give you Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I'd even give you Hollywood. I'd be willing to let go of Hollywood for a big name. Listen, man. if you told me I could get Myles Garrett if you give me Hollywood and
come on, dog. Come on. Come on, that's like saying you get Michael Jordan.
That's why I said a big name. I'm saying a big name for Hollywood.
If we could get Myles Garrett, I'd be like, man, your race car driving has gotten out of control. Everybody on the hook for him. Man,
yeah,
everybody.
Okay.
I mean, y'all go in the room and y'all figure it out. I don't care who come out the room.
Everybody can go.
Yeah. I would keep one receiver. I retract my statement for Maryland.
Okay. No, I'm just that's
I was talking about like the available cats. I mean, shoot. I may mess around and package up 2. You may get your 2 for 1.
I'm just saying though, for Calais Campbell, I'm willing to go. I'm willing to part with Juju. I'm willing to part with Tyquan and the number 1 pick. I'm willing to part. Like I'm okay with that. Like I would do a Calais Campbell for something like that. I would even do like a Trey Henderson for something like that. I would even do a Max Crosby for that. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I would do that for Max, 100%. Maybe Trey.
Yeah.
Not for 39-year-old. I gotta get more than one. I gotta get more than one half season out.
I mean, it's hard, bro. It's hard. It's a hard one. That's a hard
I know you want that defensive line so bad that
but we gotta have it, bro. Because listen,
you want it so bad.
If we get that, bro, listen. This is how I look at it. If we get that right, we can extend Chris Jones' career. You know what I mean? That extends Chris Jones, bro. That's going to extend
Chris Jones. 39-year-old.
Even with a 39-year-old, it's going to extend Chris Jones. You know why? Because that 39-year-old is still playing 40, 50, 60, 70 snaps a game, bro.
And then that 39-year-old going to get to play some big games. Then that 39-year-old going to mess around and get a Super Bowl. Then that 39-year-old going to come back next year and be like, dang, that dude look old.
Yeah, guess what? Next year, we can let him go.
Because why is he playing now? Because he's hungry. He hadn't hit that pinnacle yet. He gets the pinnacle. You don't know what happens after you get the pinnacle.
Listen, you see what happens after you get to the pinnacle. The same thing that happened to Terrell Suggs after you get to the pinnacle. You get to the pinnacle and you leave. You leave. That's what happens when you get to the pinnacle. You get to the pinnacle and you leave.
But him leaving not going to help. You're not going to extend Chris Jones.
What I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying though, is if we do that, and then this will extend Chris Jones this year to be down the stretch, to be more dominant down the stretch.
It will be fresh.
You know what I'm saying? He'll be more fresher down the stretch for us. And that's all I'm saying is that we need to figure out a way to extend Chris Jones to be more fresher down the stretch for us.
You're talking about 1 year fresh. I thought you meant career.
Yeah, I mean, I just think Chris Jones is at that age, bro, that we're not gonna be able to revive that. You know that.
Yeah, Chris, we can't. I mean, at least like Travis got Noah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Noah and Juju. Chris got nobody. It's like Chris, and that's it.
Yeah, hey, listen, if Chris come out the game, they running right down the middle. This is right. You know what I mean? They're gonna take advantage of it. So that's why I'm saying that. So we gotta have something. We gotta have something. Now,
I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna do it. Don't worry about it.
I hope Beach. Let me do my close up. Beach, if you listen. We want a D tackle.
Beach heard you.
Can we get one Beach a D tackle?
Beach heard you. You don't get your D tackle. You don't get your D tackle Friday.
Woo. Now you're gonna have me looking around for Friday.
What'd you say?
You're gonna have me looking around on Friday.
It'll be like when your mama had to come home, take you to baseball practice. You got the glove and she late. You in the
yeah.
You got the glove. Mama late. You mad and mug. Mama get back. You got 30 minutes of practice.
Man,
you gonna get your D tackle. Guarantee you. Beach never let us down, dog.
Right. I hope so, bro. I want that D tackle bad, bro. I want that D tackle.
You're not gonna give up. You're not gonna have to give up any of your receivers.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your D tackle.
I hope so.
You gonna get your D tackle.
I hope so. We get that, bro.
You had me nervous. Your homer level is kind of.
No. It's still, listen, it's still through the roof. It's 1 billion. It's 1 billion. I'm telling you. Listen, I'm always give teams their props and players their props and all that. But at the end of the day, listen, these guys behind me right here, it's a reason they behind me. You know what I mean? All the other teams is behind us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's right. That's
The
right.
Homer level ain't going nowhere. I'm still 1 trillion billion gazillion. You hear me?
That was just a check. I was just a little heat check.